Out of the gates and ready to go. Welcome into this special Tuesday live edition of Seattle Seahawks Today. Powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. So glad to have you with us. I'm going on vacation the rest of the week, so we want to make sure we still got our 2 live shows in for the week. We were here with you yesterday. We're back with you here today. We'll still have plenty of content on the channel throughout the rest of the week, but we have a loaded show ahead, folks. We have 5 segments coming your way as we're going to be talking about the latest workouts at Seahawks training camp, the players they're looking at. We will catch up to speed with everything you need to know in just a few moments. Also, look at the updated depth chart. What would it look like if the Seahawks season began today? We'll go over that coming up in just a few minutes. Also, ESPN has released their official roster projections for every team across the NFL. We'll highlight the 5 notable players that were caught, according to ESPN, coming up later. Also, we have a Q&A rumors mailbag today. We'll answer your mailbag questions using the hashtag Seahawks or Super Chatting. And then we have another Madden Sim. It's playoff time. Playoffs? Yes, we're talking playoffs. Your Seattle Seahawks in the postseason, the NFC Wild Card Round, set to take on the Atlanta Falcons. We'll bring you that matchup, react to it live coming up in just a bit. Before we get to any of that, though, folks, come on in, folks, and let us know where you are watching from today. We'll shout you out as we get this show off and rolling here on this Tuesday. Joey Peterson back here with me today on the ones and twos as we're checking in from the Chat Sports Studios here in downtown Dallas, Texas on this Tuesday. Joey, how we doing today, my friend?
Doing good. Looking for a playoff win.
Yes. Soon, hating the V-neck T-shirt today. What's the problem with the T-shirt? What are we doing here, folks? Come on now. I think I'm chilling. I'm feeling great. It's almost vacation for yours truly. I'm not in a better mood than right now. I got Alexis in Mitchell, South Dakota. I got Arizo in Portland. Got Evan in Beaverton. Bryle in Vancouver. AJ in Indianapolis. Troy in Salem, Oregon. Got Seth in Laverne, California. Team Swag in Tacoma, Washington. James in New York. Phobia is calling you Big Joey.
I like it.
I like that too. That might be it for you. That might be the nickname for you. Michael.
Let me change the name real quick.
To Big Joey. Big Joey. I like it. Michael in Honolulu. Got Jermaine in San Antonio. Got Shiden Jeter in Louisiana. And folks, just like that, you wish and your command becomes life. As Phobia called him Big Joey, and now we update the graphics saying Big Joey. So how about that? Just like that, Big Joey, now known according to Phobia there. All right, name a player the Seahawks should add before the season begins. I got 5 players that are taking official visits with the Seattle Seahawks that they're looking at potentially signing right before they begin training camp practices. So I want to know, who are some players that come to mind that you would like to see the Seahawks add? Give me a name or 2 that comes to mind. Soon's calling you Big Head, Joey.
I don't think we're going to change it to Big Head,
I don't think so. I don't think so. Alexis wants to know if I'm single. Okay. Next question. Briley says Connor Williams. That's going to be the guy we're mostly talking about today. Connor Williams, he's taking an official visit with the Seahawks today, and I don't want to spoil too much because we got some info to get to, but the thought was that with him having a Week 14 ACL injury, you'd hope to have him back by midseason. His agent, Drew Rosenhaus, is talking like he's going to be ready to go Week 1.
Yeah, I think you got to kind of split the difference there, right? There's, of course, some agent speak, but also there's probably some truth to it as well. I don't know if it'll be as late as middle of the season. I wouldn't be surprised if it was in week 3 or 4, but man, for the value, for the player, I think he's definitely a guy you got to go for if you're the Seahawks.
Who are some names? Who would you like to see? The chat is buzzing about Connor Williams. Grumpy wants Bobby Wagner back. Don't think that's happening. Evan says Stephon Gilmore. He's available out there. Alexander says, I'm looking like Vinny from New Jersey. All right. Phobia already with a super chat. We'll get to that after we get to this ad read, I promise. James says Brandon Ayuk. He's on the trade market right now. We shall see. Before we go any further in today's show, let's tell you about today's sponsor, Game Time. Game Time, the place to go for last-minute tickets for the best seats and the lowest prices guaranteed. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace in Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices in the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to first pitch. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices and views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater productions, and more. Here's how it works. You choose the event you want to go to. They got the prices listed. You then choose your seat, see if you like the seat or not. And then, boom, just like that, you're checking out with Game Time with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. They make it fast, easy, and simple for you. And get this, folks. If you download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS, we are giving you $20 off your first purchase. Yes, you heard that right. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Download Game Time today. You'll be glad you did. Who is your favorite Seahawks player right now? If you had to choose one, who would it be and why? Let us know in the chat who that favorite player is. I got to tell you, Joey, I am all on the Devon Witherspoon craze. He might be turning into my favorite player already.
I knew 100% that's what you were going to say. Just based on producing for you these past couple weeks.
We've talked a lot about him.
We've talked a lot of Devon Witherspoon because there's a lot of him to talk about. And the fact that he's only a second-year player, man, his ceiling is so incredibly high. I'm really excited about him this season. I think Kenneth Walker III is kind of sneaking up to my favorite Seahawks.
Good
I
choice.
would love to see him get a full season healthy. Man, I really think he can make some waves in this league.
Troy says DK. Calvin says JSN. James says DK because he's unstoppable. Arazo says DK. AJ says JSN. Alexis is saying something about Byron Murphy being Aaron Donald. Slow down on that, folks. Phobia says Spoon. He's a demon. Michael says Spoon. Calvin says JSN. Seth says Byron Murphy and Boye Mafe. I said one, Seth. No cheating. Arazo says DK because he's insane. Jeter says Kenneth Walker. Arazo says Spoon. Buddy says McClendon Curtis if he's still there. He is still there. I can confirm. All right. We have a lot of people already in the building today. We want to make sure we get more people in the building today hanging out with us. Spam S in the chat. Big Joey, as he's been called by the chat. Phobia giving him that nickname. Is going to shout out all the S's in the chat. I want to see as many as we can over this next minute. Let's just make that chat pop, and let's help out the algorithm to get as many people here as we possibly can to hang out with us here on this big episode of Seahawks Today Live here on this special Tuesday edition. Spam S. I'm going to throw some S's in the chat. Joey's going to shout them out. Let's get this chat popping. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Evan Snyder, I see you. Spamming S. Troy Taylor, I see you. Mudhorn, Off-Road. Calvin Brown says Big Joey. Team Swag says UFC Fight On. Evan Snyder, I see you. Seth Kiloha, I see you. Phobia, I see you. It's chat for the nickname. Mudhorn, Off-Road, I see you. Evan, I see you. Seth, Shida Jeter's back. AJ Smuck, I see you. Evan Snyder, Briley Snatting F's. Seth Kiloha says
Chat's
S
rolling
again.
today.
Nika Ez Arazo, Troy spamming S, AJ spamming S, Inaki spamming S, Alexis, I see you, Shiden, I see you, Mudhorn Off-Road, Michael 808, Calvin Brown, Shiden Jeter, AJ Smug, Mudhorn Off-Road, Alexis Hopkins.
Halfway home. Keep
Shane
going.
Adams,
Faster,
Troy
faster.
Taylor, Alexis Hopkins, Calvin Brown, Michael 808, Troy Taylor, Shiden Jeter, AJ Smug, Alexis Hopkins, I hate tomatoes, me too. Alexander Matthews, Shiden Jeter, Briley, Phobia, Terry Brashears, James Carlson with 100 S's, AJ Smuck, Shiden Jeter,
10 seconds.
Briley,
Finish
Phobia,
strong.
AJ, Briley, Alexis, Shiden, James, Alexis, Calvin, Shiden, Briley, AJ Smuck, I hate tomatoes, Inaki, Phobia, James, Inaki Jr., Inaki, Mudhorn Off-Road, Seth, Michael, Shiden, AJ, Calvin, Phobia, Shiden.
Very nice. Chat was popping.
That was, what's the chat right there?
194.
There we go.
We'll see what the next update is. That's the best we've done in a minute, folks. You guys crushed it with the chat right there. and making it happen. First Super Chat of the day. Haven't even got to the Super Chat menu yet. And Phobia sends in a $10 Super Chat saying, playoffs. Yes, we're talking playoffs. We have a playoff game today. We're riding a 4-game winning streak heading into the postseason. And we go on the road to take on this Atlanta team. Joey now knows the outcome, but he's not going to say anything. Joey, what a ride it's been. 4-game winning streak. You've been a part of 2 of them. We've seen some good football the last couple of weeks here.
We have. We've seen some really good games. We've seen a lot of really good plays, especially from yesterday's game. Saw a lot of Tyler Lockett. But, man, it's the playoffs. Most important time of the year, most exciting. But, man, the thing that sucks is for one team, it's going to be one and done. Let's just hope it's not Seahawks.
I owe you a shot. Our first shot of the day, courtesy of Phobia. And I'm going to go straight for the bottle as I'm going to the Patron zone. Cheers to Phobia. We'll show the rest of the Super Chat menu if you want to be like Phobia and have some drinks with us today. We will do a mailbag coming up later. Use hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat to get on the mailbag portion of the show. Super Chats will get priority on the mailbag. Here's what we're offering today. First time Super Chatters to get the Seahawks chant. $5 Super Chat will sing the old Macdonald song. $10 Super Chat will take some shots. $25 Super Chat will do the beer bong. Here's the beer bong in all its glory. $50 Super Chat. You get the chance to play me in College Football 25. Still waiting to see who is going to challenge me. Who is going to battle me in College Football 25? Send in a 50 and we'll make it happen. If we reach 200 collectively, then we will take that a boot before the end of the day as well. So we're already at $10, already making good progress. This is to Phobia for that $10 Super Chat. Cheers to you. Let's have ourselves a day. It's a Tuesday, but it's my Friday.
Amen.
You know, we're going to treat it like a Friday here. You know, we do Fan Friday on this show. This is, I know it's the middle of the week, and most of y'all still have to work and everything, but
you don't.
I don't. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm off to Phoenix catching a flight here in less than 24 hours. So here is what's ahead. We're going to talk about who's working out at training camp, who the Seahawks are giving a look at. Also, an updated depth chart for your Seattle Seahawks. ESPN's cut candidates, the players they think are going to be done when the season officially starts. We'll do Q&A rumors mailbag as well. Use hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat to get on the mailbag portion of the show. And then the Wild Card Round begins today with the Madden Sim between the Seahawks and the Falcons. We'll bring that to you coming up later on in the show. If you're ready to get this party started, like the video. We're at 24 likes right now. I need to get to 30 to officially begin today's show. And I'll crack open my first beer when we get to 30 likes. But that's all you got to do. Like the video, and we will get this thing started here on this Tuesday. Glad to have you with us. Jonesy and Big Joey. Now, Joey, I know it's hard for people to tell because you're in a little box up there, but you are a tall guy. How tall is Big Joey so people know you do live up to the name here?
I am 6'3".
Okay.
So Phobia, you kind of nailed it there.
Without really knowing, actually.
She only sees shoulders up.
How old were you when you got to 6'3"?
That's the thing. I hit puberty very late. I didn't grow until like summer before my junior year of high school. So
really?
I was when I got finished growing, it was probably senior year, but I didn't really hit my growth spurt until like right before I was 17.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like 5'4" going into high school, 5'5",
really?
And then just absolutely shot up after my sophomore year.
So Big Joey, he's 6'3". On a good day, I'm 6'2". I'm not wearing boots today, so probably closer to 6'1". But Big Joey here at 6'2". Phobia is 6'2". So we got some tall people in the house. We did reach 30 likes, so I will open a Miller, and we'll get this show started. Can you move up that Seahawks logo a little bit?
Of course.
There we go. There's the Miller. That tastes like a good vacation beer right there. Probably won't need an airport beer now tomorrow. Man, airport beer gets expensive these days.
It is, but that's a good beer.
You know, if I were to power rank the best beers, I'd go airport, in no particular order. Airport beer, beach beer, shower beer. That might be my top 3. It's hard to beat a shower beer.
It is.
I mean, you just let it rain, you know? I mean, if you haven't experienced shower beer, folks, tonight, stop what you're doing. Go get yourself a 6-pack and have a little shower beer. All right, on
Lake
that note.
Beer.
What?
Lake beer's up there.
Lake beer's up there.
College football tailgate.
Yes.
Is up there.
Yes, ball game beer. Alexander is it says 6'3", that's it. Alexander hating on you. Grumpy says he's a linebacker size, 6'3", 250. I'll take you on my team, Grumpy. You can be on my team. All right. Without further ado, let's begin our first segment of the day. Let's talk about who is visiting Seattle and who could ultimately sign with the Seattle Seahawks here in the coming days. That begins right now. You're watching Seahawks Today, powered by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. So glad to have you with us. Coming up on today's show, we have some news to get to on 5 players taking official visits with the Seattle Seahawks over the last 2 days, including Connor Williams. We'll tell you everything you need to know about all 5 individuals coming up in just a moment. Before we do, a challenge for the Hawks out there. I want to get 1,000 likes on today's video. You guys know we're in a like battle with the Cowboys report, and Tom Downey said, you guys, there's no way you can get 1,000 likes on a video this month. The best we've done is 710, which is not bad. I want to prove Tom wrong, and I want to get 1,000 likes on today's show. Like it up. We need that 710 plus another 290 to get to 1,000. Stick it to the Cowgirls. Like today's video, and we'll get started here on Seahawks Today. Let's begin with Connor Williams, the offensive guard / center who previously played with the Miami Dolphins, before that with the Dallas Cowboys. And what's interesting is I thought the initial situation with Connor Williams, with having a Week 14 ACL injury, that the idea would be that he would be back mid-season. And if you were going to sign Connor Williams now, the idea would be kind of like a stash situation where you put him in the corner, he kind of hangs out, stays in football shape, and then once he's healthy, he's hopefully ready to go, kind of like a player you traded for at the deadline, except you signed him and got him for free. Well, now, as we've been given more information over the last 48 hours, it sounds like a much better situation. Here's the report from ESPN's Adam Schefter yesterday, tweeting former Dolphins and Cowboys free agent center Connor Williams, who has started 77 games, is scheduled to visit Tuesday with the Seahawks. Now, here's what you need to know in the situation. The Seahawks are trying to find the best combination they can at the left guard and center position. Right now, Laken Tomlinson is the favorite to start at left guard, and Olu Oluwatimi is the favorite to start at the center position. Williams tore his ACL back late in the season there, and he's trying to make this recovery. But so far, the progress has been very good in regards to his potential return. As his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, said that he'll be ready to play Week 1, and he'll be ready to participate in training camp. Now, there could be some agent speak, but nonetheless, it sounds good, right? Now, it's worth noting, although Connor Williams has a lot of experience at both center and offensive guard, for his next team, he is specifically looking, according to Rosenhaus, to play center, not offensive guard at this point. So, if that's the case, then that would mean that Olu Oluwatimi would be the odd man out, that he would be the backup, and Connor Williams would be the starting center if they were to sign Connor Williams. We also found out that, according to Rosenhaus, he's unlikely to return to his former team, the Miami Dolphins, which then, in theory, would make him available to sign with anybody, just like the Seattle Seahawks, as far as that goes. So, let's get to know Connor Williams a little bit more, the free agent 2018 second-round pick. The big thing about Connor Williams, his claim to fame, if you will, was what he did last season, as he was the highest-graded interior offensive lineman by Pro Football Focus in 2023, with an 86.5 overall grade. Only allowed 1 sack, 1 hit, 4 hurries, and 7 penalties. Connor Williams was fantastic last year. And if he's healthy and within the Seahawks price range, this would be a no-brainer for the Seattle Seahawks to bring him in if they can do so. So let's ask you now, should the Seahawks sign Connor Williams? Type S for sign, P for pass. Let us know what you think if Seattle should bring him in or not. Today's show is sponsored by our friends at Game Time. Game Time, the best place to go for last-minute tickets for the best seats and the lowest prices guaranteed. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to first pitch. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater productions, and more. Here's how it works. You choose the event you'll want to go to. They have the prices listed from there. You choose your seat, see if you like the seat or not, get that aerial view, zoom in, see if you want that seat or not. And then, just like that, you're checking out on Game Time. They make it very quick, simple, and easy, folks. You can use Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. And on top of that, folks, we are offering you $20 off when you use the promo code CHATSPORTS at checkout on your first purchase. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed. Next up, we turn our attention to Devon Carter at the wide receiver position. Devon Carter, a big fella at 6'3", and although the stats aren't flashy by any stretch of the imagination of what he did in college, he could be intriguing as a red zone threat. In the Seahawks, although you have DK Metcalf and Noah Fant, they could use potentially some more size, specifically in the red zone, and that's where a guy like Devon Carter could potentially come in. Tim Weaver of the Sporting News had this to say. An undrafted receiver out of NC State in West Virginia, Carter would provide more size for a receiving core that is relatively small outside of DK Metcalf. In 49 career college games, Carter posted 118 catches, 1,906 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Carter, we talk about the size that he brings to the table because we all know size matters. He is the third longest wingspan, has the third longest wingspan of any player of the 2023 rookie class at 79.5 inches, folks. He is got some length to him, to say the least, and that could be a potential threat for the Seahawks if they bring him in. Next up, we find Adrian Martinez, the former Nebraska and Kansas State quarterback. He was a star in the UFL this season. But I'll be honest, when I look at Adrian Martinez, he's kind of hard to figure out. We've seen him look really good at times. As an Oklahoma guy, like you guys know, I still recall vividly what he did to the Oklahoma Sooners on a Saturday night in Norman, where he tore up Oklahoma and got a big win for K-State. But he's been very inconsistent, struggled with accuracy throughout his career, struggled to stay healthy, but he might have had a breakthrough this year in the UFL as the MVP of that league and helping lead the Birmingham Stallions to a UFL title this year. Tim Weaver said the following on Martinez. Martinez played 4 years at Nebraska, then transferred to Kansas State for the 2022 season. Altogether, he put up 9,752 passing yards, 51 touchdowns, 31 interceptions, and a 138.3 rating. Martinez would compete with P.J. Walker for the third quarterback spot in the depth chart beneath Geno Smith and Sam Howell. Martinez, undrafted out of Kansas State, ended up signing with the Lions initially. They released him and was so good this year in the UFL, winning the MVP, winning the championship game MVP, was also on the first team All-UFL team as well. Adrian Martinez had a really good year there in the UFL, and now he's waiting for his name to be called. And in the Seahawks situation, they're likely only going to carry two quarterbacks on the active roster this season with Geno Smith and Sam Howell. So for Adrian Martinez, what you're potentially looking at, if you come to Seattle, is competing with P.J. Walker to see who's going to be the de facto number 3 quarterback on the practice squad, if you will, if you're Adrian Martinez. So with that said, you think about this, you have the new rules about potentially carrying 3 quarterbacks and all that. This is a situation where if you're Adrian Martinez, you're hoping that, you know, if something were to happen, if you will, to Sam Howell or Geno Smith, that you would be in a position to get your name called and ultimately end up on the active roster. Who is a quarterback that you would choose between these two? Would you rather stick with P.J. Walker, or would you rather roll with UFL MVP and Adrian Martinez? Type PJ for P.J. Walker, type AM for Adrian Martinez. Let us know in the comment section below. Seahawks Today, your one-stop shop for all things Seattle Seahawks, as we bring you daily news and rumors. We have our live shows twice a week. We're going to do watch parties for every game this season. We're bringing you breaking news, Q&A mailbags, and more. This is your Seahawks headquarters. Subscribe now for free. Never miss a moment. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV to subscribe now. Next on our list is another wide receiver taking a visit with Seattle. That is Jesse Matthews. And Jesse Matthews, formerly of San Diego State. The scouting report on him, excellent balance and control is what he brings to the table, which is what you love to hear about a wide receiver. Tim Weaver saying the following on Jesse Matthews. Another option at wideout. Matthews played his college ball at San Diego State, racking up 174 catches, 2,109 receiving yards, and 15 touchdowns. Unfortunately, Matthews tore his ACL and spent the entire 2023 season on Houston's injured reserve list. And here is more on Jesse Matthews. Jesse's girl, right? Undrafted in 2023 out of San Diego State, signed with the Texans, was placed on IR back on August 8th, but he's fully healthy now. He's expected to be just fine and ready to go. In the comparison, according to Lance Zierlein of NFL Media, said he's very similar to Philip Dorsett. If the Seahawks are finding the next Philip Dorsett potentially, this could be a sneaky good find for Seattle. Who is a free agent the Seahawks should sign? We've gone over a few names. We still have more to get to, but I want to hear from you guys first. Weigh in the comments section and let us know what you think. Last on the list of official visits for Seattle includes center Jalen Sundell. Let's tell you more about Jalen Sundell and what he potentially brings. Positional flexibility. He's played multiple positions on the offensive line, and so for a guy competing for a roster spot and a Seahawks offensive line that has a lot of holes, if you will, this could potentially be a good fit for the Seahawks. Here's more from Tim Weaver. Last but not least, the Seahawks also worked out another offensive lineman. Sundell played his college career at North Dakota State, where he started 15 games at left tackle last season. He also has experience at center and earned a very strong 89.2 pass blocking grade from Pro Football Focus last year. Undrafted out of North Dakota State, initially signed with the Browns. He was an All-American at the FCS level in 2023, a third-team All-American that he was. So there you have it. That is the full list of official visits for the Seattle Seahawks over the last 2 days. If they end up signing one of these guys, then we're going to bring you a video and we're going to talk all about it here on the program. If you enjoyed today's show, like the video, stick it to the Cowgirls. Let's get over 1,000 likes on today's show. Make it happen. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. We'll see you next time right here on Seahawks Today. All right, folks. That is one segment down. We got 4 more to go. We're talking depth chart next. And then after that, we'll talk ESPN's roster breakdown of cut candidates. And then we'll also get to a Q&A mailbag, and then we'll do a Madden sim coming up in just a bit as well. Michael, with a $5 super chat, writes in, who is on your Mount Rushmore of Seahawks? Great question, Michael. I love the throwback avatar as well with that logo there. Joey, of what comes to mind of Mount Rushmore Seahawks, you got to start with Walter Jones. That's an obvious one. I got to go Sean Alexander. He's got to be one that's up there. Steve Largent is going to make a strong case. And then I got to fill one more spot. I'd be curious what the chat thinks. I mean, there's a lot of different choices to go with, but who comes to mind? Who's some of your favorite Seahawks all time there, Joey?
I'm kind of wondering, does Beast Mode make the list?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think Marshawn Lynch makes the list quite yet. But what do you guys think? Who's on that Mount Rushmore? It's a very good question. And we'll include it in the mailbag coming up later. But I want to hear from you guys. who is on the Mount Rushmore as asked by Michael Hyde. Oh, Michael brings up another point. Bobby Wagner.
That's a good one.
Bobby's a good choice. That might be my Mount Rushmore there is Largent, Walter Jones, Sean Alexander, and Bobby Wagner.
That was the first Madden I ever got, was the one that Alexander was on the cover.
Oh, yeah.
2007.
Yeah, I remember that game. Let's see. Mr. Ray Duskin says DK. Grumpy says
yet.
Bobby Wagner. JC says Marshawn Lynch. Who else? Who would be on your Mount Rushmore? Michael says we have Sean Alexander on there already. Give me a few names. Who do you think is on the Mount Rushmore? I owe you the old Macdonald song for that $5 super chat, Michael. We'll throw up the super chat menu if you want to be like Michael and send in a super chat. And Terry's got another. Cortez Kennedy. Yeah, Cortez Kennedy would be up there too. I know the Mount Rushmore means 4, but if I had to do 5, that'd be probably my 5 there. The old Macdonald song for the super chat from Michael. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Old MacDonald had a farm. C-I-E-I Hawks. There we go. First time super chatters, you get the Seahawks chant. $5 will sing you that lovely old MacDonald song. Or the DK song if you'd rather hear that.
I like the DK song.
DK song next? Maybe so. $10. We'll take down some shots. $25 a beer bong. $50 you can play me in college football 25. Some people are saying, Russ, I don't want to give Russ that credit right now.
Yeah, he came to mind for me as well.
I don't want to have that discussion on Russ till later on. It's too much of a sore subject still with Russ that I don't want to think of one of the all-time greats, playing for the Steelers and all that right now. I want to wait and see, have that discussion on Russ of where he belongs on the Mount Rushmore till he retires. Should the Steelers sign Connor Williams? We talked about him last segment. Joey, I think you and I are both on the same page. It's a yes. If assuming he's healthy and they can afford to make it work, I'm all in.
Yeah, it's a yes for me as well. And you're going to have to sit out a little bit of time with his injury. But, man, it's so worth it. It's so worth it from a depth perspective, from your offensive line, and just from a leadership perspective. He's a guy who's been in the league for a long time, and, I mean, his track record's proven.
Checking in on the chat, sign or pass. Alexis says sign. Evan says sign. JC says sign. Israel says pass. Lorraine says pass. Phobia says sign. Terry says sign. What do you guys think? Sign or pass? S for sign, P for pass. Up next, let's take a look at the updated depth chart. How things stack up for your Seattle Seahawks. We're talking cut candidates, courtesy of Espen, coming up later. Also got a Q&A mailbag. Continue to get your questions in. Hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat for the mailbag segment. And then later, we'll get to our Madden Sim, Seahawks and Falcons, the wild card game, as we are in the postseason. We'll bring that to you coming up later on. Right now, though, let's get to the updated depth chart. We'll bring that to you here on Seahawks Today. Coming up on today's show, training camp is officially here. And we are going to take a look at the updated Seattle Seahawks depth chart. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to take in mind the injuries on the Seahawks roster and take those guys out of the depth charts. What do the other 90 spots look like at this point in time if the season were to begin today? And I know, obviously, you'd have 53 men on the roster if the season began. But let's take the injuries into account and show you what the depth chart looks like as is right now. This comes from our Tuesday live show. We will reveal it and react to it coming up in just a moment. Before we do, we have a challenge here on Seahawks Today. We're trying to get to 53,000 subs before the first preseason game. We're just less than 150 away from reaching that next milestone. For daily Seahawks coverage, you won't find it anywhere else. Live shows twice a week. Watch parties for every game this season, including the preseason. You got to subscribe to Seahawks Today. Join the family. Help us reach 53K subs. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV. Let's start with the injury report, and it is lengthy heading into training camp for your Seattle Seahawks. It includes the following: Abraham Lucas, Jerome Baker, Terrell Dodson, Lance Boykin. The hope was that Lucas would be healthy and Baker and Dodson in time for camp. That doesn't appear to be the case heading into training camp, so they will all not be included on our depth chart. Jarek Reed, Drake Thomas, Cameron Young, all on the PUP list, while Anthony Bradford, Easton Gibbs, rookie DJ James, Nehemiah Pritchard, another rookie, and D. Williams, they are all on the non-football injury list at this point in time. We have focused a lot on the injuries at the linebacker position here on Seahawks Today, and rightfully so, with Dodson and Baker leading the way. But it's also worth noting, and you'll see this as we go along here, just how shorthanded Seattle is in the secondary right now. With Jarek Reed out and among others here, the Seahawks are going to need all hands on deck at that position at the moment. We'll talk more about that coming up later. Let's go through the depth chart. Beginning with the quarterback position, the QBs, no surprise. Geno is your QB1, Sam Howell QB2, P.J. Walker holds the QB3 spot at the moment. The running back position, Kenneth Walker III is your RB1, Zach Charbonnet the RB2, although Charbonnet is expected to take on an increased role in 2024. Kenny McIntosh, your RB3, and then a fight to see who can get potentially one of those last running back spots as the RB4 between Halani, Lewis, and Person Jr. I really like this group, and Ryan Grubb has already said that they are going to put an emphasis on pass catching. We know that the screen game is a big part of Ryan Grubb's offense. And think about this, with all three of those running backs we mentioned, Walker, Charbonnet, and McIntosh, all three of them are very good receiving backs. So the fact that they're going to be used more in the passing game, I am feeling very good about that running back room, and I think it's going to be one of the best in the National Football League. How would you grade the Seahawks depth chart? A, B, C, D, or F? What do you think about this group heading into 2024? Let me know what you think. I got about a B+, if I'm going to be honest with you. What do you guys think? Give me your grades in the comments section below. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time, the place to go for last-minute tickets, the best seats and the lowest prices guaranteed. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to first pitch. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, and theater productions. Here's how it works. Choose the event you want to go to. They got the prices listed from there. You choose your seat, see if you like that seat or not. And then, just like that, you're checking out with all major credit card providers, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, and more. And on top of that, folks, get this. If you download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS, we are giving you $20 off your first purchase. Yes, you heard that right. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. All right, let's shift gears now and head to the wide receiver position for Seattle. No shocker, DK, Lockett, and JSN, your top three targets. And we are expecting to see more of JSN on the outside. He and Lockett could potentially flip roles there. Bobo, Young, Eskridge, and others, we shall see how many wideouts the Seahawks ultimately take on the 53-man roster when it's all said and done. The tight end position includes the following: Noah Fant, Pharaoh Brown, A.J. Barner, Tyler Mabry, Brady Russell, and Jack Westover holding those spots for now. And I want to take a moment to talk about the tight end position. I'm concerned about this group with the lack of solid pass catchers. We talked about the running backs having some really good receivers. This tight end room, you got Noah Fant and you got Jack Westover as your two receiving tight ends. And Westover, I don't really put a ton of stock in because he's a UDFA. We'll see if he even makes the team. To me, that's a bit of a concern at this point of not having enough guys that are pass catchers and having so many blocking tight ends. That's not where I would have gone, but that's what John Schneider and Mike Macdonald ultimately decided to do. Let's ask you about Jack Westover now. Is he going to make the 53-man roster? Y for yes, N for no. I hope so. With the need at the receiving tight end spot, I hope Westover makes it. What do you guys think? Weigh in. Let us know. Let's go to the offensive line now, and this is where things are really banged up. With Abraham Lucas out right now, that certainly changes things, and you also have Anthony Bradford out at the moment as well. So your starting five at the moment includes Charles Cross, Laken Tomlinson, Olu Olatimi, Christian Haynes, and George Fant as your starting right tackle, making his return to the Seahawks. Stone Forsythe is there. You got Nick Harris, Curtis, Gerald, among others there, and a very competitive offensive line. But for me, this is the biggest concern for the Seahawks entering 2024. And they need Abe Lucas to get healthy badly. They need him out there. If he and Charles Cross can have big years in year 3, can step up and stay healthy, then that's going to go a long way for the rest of the offensive line. You're going to feel a lot better about this group if these guys can get out there and do their part. What's your confidence level in the Seahawks offensive line right now? I'm not feeling so great at the moment. How do you feel? I got about a 6 out of 10 at the moment. How would you scale your confidence? Let us know in the comment section below. Let's go to the defensive line now. Leonard Williams, Jaron Reed, and Byron Murphy would be your starting dudes on the defensive line, as at the moment what we've heard is that Draymond Jones will transition to the outside linebacker position primarily, although things could change. Jonathan Hankins would be your main rotating piece there to back up those guys. Let's go to the linebacker depth chart. And without Dodson and Baker, the rookie Tyrese Knight enters into the starting lineup, as well as John Radigan, Uchenna Nwosu also there, Boye Mafe, among others, and Draymond Jones, your rotational piece, both at outside linebacker and at the defensive end position. If Dodson and Baker can't get healthy soon, you can't roll with this group. You got to go get some help. You have to get some help. You guys know the Michael Jordan meme, get some help, right? Whether it's in free agency or a trade or whatever it may be, that cannot be the starting linebacker and core when the season begins. Hopefully those guys get healthy, but I'm looking for the Seahawks potentially to go make some moves there with that linebacker room. The corner room goes as follows. With the injuries to the corner room, with no Pritchett and no DJ James, you have Mike Jackson, Riq Woolen, and Devon Witherspoon still there. Trey Brown, Artie Burns, and that's about it at this point. It is looking pretty bleak behind those guys with the injuries that are there. Injuries already affecting this group. And one of the things that has been talked about in Seahawks circles over the last couple of months has been, hey, whoever doesn't get the job between Mike Jackson and Trey Brown, there's a chance that one of them will get traded because there's enough teams out there that need starting outside corner help. Well, with the injuries that are already there, and you got to think, I mean, it's virtually impossible that they're going to be completely healthy when the season begins. You're probably going to have to keep both guys because you're going to need the depth when it's all said and done. Who ultimately wins the starting outside corner job? Is it Mike Jackson or is it Trey Brown? Type MJ for Mike Jackson. Type TB for Trey Brown. Let us know in the comments section below. All right, let's wrap up now with the safety group, and then we'll get to special teams in a moment. Julian Love and Rajon Jenkins, your starting safeties, with Kobe Bryant. You got Wallace, among others there, competing in that safety spot. And we mentioned the injury to Jarek Reed. He's not expected to return for a while. And then the special teams unit. This is a really good group. I'm excited about Jason Myers at kicker, Michael Dixon at the punter spot, Chris Stoll at the long snapper, Aesop Winston, your main punt return specialist, and then our old friend, D. Eskridge, at the moment, holding things down as your main kick returner. And it'll be fascinating to see what he looks like with the new kickoff rules in the NFL. Subscribe now to Seahawks Today for continuing Seahawks coverage each and every day here on the channel, youtube.com/Seahawks TV. I'm Tyler Jones. We will see you next time. All right, 2 segments down. Up next, we're talking cut candidates, courtesy of Espen. Nathan, a first-time Super Chatter. Everybody spam Nathan. Spam Nathan in the chat. We'll show Nathan some love. Being a first-time Super Chatter, we love when we get our first-time Super Chatters in the show. Everybody spam Nathan in there. I want to hear it loud and clear from Nathan. We'll answer his question. We'll do the Seahawks chant, and I owe him the DK song both. So 2 for 1 for you, Nathan. I love that avatar. Playing the guitar, by the way. Nathan, you play guitar? That's me too. Joey, you play guitar too?
I do play guitar.
Oh, how about that? We got a whole band here.
Of 3 guitar players.
3 guitar players. One of us is going to have to play bass. That'll be Joey will be on the bass. How well do you think Byron Murphy will play as a starter? You know, I think that Joey, realistically, people are going to throw out, oh, it'd be great if he wins Defensive Rookie of the Year, if he could be a Pro Bowler and all that. Defensive Rookie of the Year as a deep defensive lineman is hard. If he can have a year similar to what Jalen Carter did last year with Philly, I'll be more than pleased.
Well, it's hard as a defensive lineman. I think it's even harder as a defensive tackle.
Yes.
I look at last year, and everybody on the chat knows this. I grew up in Dallas. I'm a Cowboys fan. Looking at what Mazi Smith did last year and how big of a letdown that was for our first-round pick to go out and do that as a defensive tackle, we're expecting so much. You're going to want Byron Murphy to do well, right? You're going to want Byron Murphy to do what Mazi Smith couldn't and transfer his game from NCAA to the NFL. You don't need him to be Defensive Player of the Year. You need him to show progress, and he can be somebody you can lean on in years past.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're absolutely spot on about that. The DK song for Nathan. Nathan, thanks for partying with us. Thanks for hanging out, being a part of the channel today. Chopping, McDonald's chopping. Geno passes, no one stopping. DK. Touchdowns all day. Heroes. There you go, Nathan. Much appreciated. There's the Super Chat menu. First time Super Chat, you get the Seahawks chant. $5, we'll sing the old McDonald's song or the DK song, whatever you prefer. $10 Super Chat, we'll take some shots. $25 Super Chat, we'll do a beer bong. $50 Super Chat, you get the chance to play me in College Football 25. A lot of you are scared. I haven't seen any takers on that yet. I would love to take on a challenger in College Football 25. We'll see if you guys can make that happen. How would you grade the Seahawks depth chart where things stand right now? Joey, you saw the whole depth chart with the injuries included and everything. What do you think of this depth chart right now?
I think it's sitting at a B. I think you got a lot of really good players, but I think what you're missing is depth. You got a lot
Which is kind of important for a depth chart.
Say it again?
You said what you're missing is depth. I said that's kind of important for a depth chart.
You're spot on there. I mean, you got a lot of really good starters. They can go head-to-head against any team in the country. But when it's Week 13, Week 14, you got injuries, how are they going to look? I think that's the biggest question mark.
How would you grade it? A, B, C, D, or F? Get your grades in. Blake says B. Let's see. We got Mr. Ray Dustin saying C. Get your grades in. Alonzo says C. Sam the follower says A-. Let us know. Get your grades in. Leo says B+. Get those grades in. Up next, surprise cut candidates. ESPN put out an article today projecting the 53-man roster for every team in the NFL, including the Seahawks. We will go over 5 players who they predicted will not make the roster and give you our thoughts, our reaction coming up, and give you, let you see their analysis. We'll show you ours here as that begins right now here on Seahawks Today. Let's get going. Seahawks Today rolls on as we are talking surprise cut candidates today. This week, ESPN released their 53-man roster projections for all 32 teams across the NFL, including the Seattle Seahawks. On today's show, I got 5 players that ESPN predicted would not make the 53-man roster for the Seahawks. We'll tell you who those are, react to it, show you their analysis coming up in just a bit. Before we do, all month long, we are battling here at Chat Sports to see who can make the top 10 of new subscribers on our NFL channels. And folks, I got bad news. In the month of June, we didn't do so hot. We did not finish in the top 10 of new subscribers here at Chat Sports. I want to crack the top 10 this month, but we need your help to make it happen. Subscribe now for daily Seahawks coverage, live shows twice a week, watch parties throughout the season. This is your daily Seattle Seahawks headquarters. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/Seahawks TV. Let's win the sub battle this month. We begin with the analysis, the overview, if you will, on the Seattle Seahawks from ESPN's Brady Henderson, who writes the following. The Seattle Seahawks opened the 2024 NFL regular season against the Denver Broncos on September 8th at Lumen Field. They'll do so with a new head coach in Mike Macdonald, the youngest in the NFL at 37 years old, but not an entirely new roster. To be sure, General Manager John Schneider armed Pete Carroll's replacement with several notable additions this offseason, including a trade for backup quarterback Sam Howell and the selection of defensive tackle Byron Murphy II at number 16 overall. They also replaced both starting inside linebackers, moved on from 2 of their top 3 safeties, and remade the interior of the offensive line, among other changes. Add it all up, and the turnover was somewhere between the usual roster churn in any given year and the rebuilds that often come with coaching changes. Look, I've always been of the belief faces change, but expectations don't. And the reason why Pete Carroll is not the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks anymore is because this team underachieved last year. And you have a roster that is similar to what it was last year. I think it's a little bit better than what it was in 2023. The assignment for Mike Macdonald is going to be to get the most out of this team and take this team to the next level in 2024. And I think they have the right man for the job to do that. Let's start with the cut candidates here. We begin with Jack Westover, who ESPN is projecting will not make the 53-man roster. It's been a very good offseason for Jack Westover, who played under Ryan Grubb and Scott Huff there with the University of Washington. And the idea has been that he's got a good chance to make the roster because outside of Noah Fant, he's the only receiving tight end the Seahawks have, as the Seahawks have been lacking those receiving tight ends. I think Westover is going to make the 53-man roster. I disagree with ESPN because of the need that is there. And you look at Jack Westover. Think about this. He was in a loaded receiver room there with the Washington Huskies with Rome Odunze, Jalen Polk, among others, and all that went to the college football playoff, had one of the best offenses in the country, and yet he was still the Huskies' third leading receiver last year. Pac-12 honorable mention and all. I think he was better than what the numbers actually showed, and that kind of hurt his draft stock because of all the talent that was around him there in Washington. You look at the numbers, and his yards per catch, 9.4, 4 touchdowns with 433 yards, 46 catches. That's more than good enough to be my number 3 or number 4 tight end. And if something happens, God forbid to Noah Fant, you're going to need somebody else to be a receiving tight end. I think keeping Jack Westover around makes a ton of sense. Should the Seahawks cut Jack Westover? What do you guys think? Type K for keep, C for cut. Way in the comments section, let us know what you think. All right, next up, ESPN projecting that Stone Forsythe will get the axe, that he will be cut in addition to Jack Westover. Now, I got to say, credit where credit's due. Stone came through big at times for the Seattle Seahawks last year. This team was desperate, right? Week 1, when Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas go down, and they turned to Stone Forsythe, and for the most part, Stone held his own and was brilliant in that Detroit Lions game, particularly speaking. But now, with the changes the Seahawks have made, they have better options than Stone Forsythe at this point. It's one of those things where, Stone, we appreciate what you did, but it's time to move on now as far as that goes. I could see Stone potentially still hanging around the practice squad, potentially, and his name getting called upon later on, but with the addition of George Fant and hopefully Abe Lucas gets healthy and all that, I happen to agree with this one, that Stone, his days are probably numbered in Seattle at this point in time. Although, I will say, we mentioned how much he stepped up when he was asked upon. His run block grade was very good, 71.4 last year. Overall grade of 58.2. Pass block grade, not so hot, of 40.9. If he ends up on the practice squad, this is not a bad player to keep around your practice squad if you're the Seattle Seahawks, if that's the case. When it comes to Stone Forsythe, we shall see. Byron Murphy jersey's on sale now. Get yours today. He'll wear the number 91. Add a 9 to that one. Got the home jersey, the road jersey, the throwback alternate option for you as well. Go see for yourself. Chatsports.com/Murphy. Got free shipping available as well. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Chatsports.com/Murphy. Next up, we find offensive tackle/offensive guard. We'll see what position he ultimately plays. Setoa Lumea, the 6th-round pick out of the University of Utah, is the player here. And we'll show you what Lance Zierlein had to say in just a moment about him with his pre-draft analysis. But I got to say this. Personally, I'm not ready to give up on Lumea just yet. All right? 6th-round pick, a guy that was projected by some as a 3rd or 4th-round grade. To me, that's a little early to be thrown in the towel. And if he doesn't make the team, you better believe somebody else is going to pick him up. He's not going to be a guy that just hangs around the practice squad. And this Seahawks team needs all the offensive line help they can get. I'm not ready. I think we kind of got to hold the phone, if you will, on the idea of just cutting ties with Setoa Luema just yet. 6th-round pick out of Utah, first-team All-Pac-12 in 2022, two-time second-team All-Pac-12 selection in 2020 and in 2023. And this was a guy that really held his own. A lot of starting experience there with the Utah Utes. Very physical on that offensive line. I like him. I thought he was a good find there in the 6th round. I would be disappointed if he got cut this early. Lance Zierlein had this to say about him leading up to the draft. 4-year starter with extensive experience at both right guard and right tackle. Luema is very competent drive blocker and possesses adequate agility and athleticism to get to lateral landmarks on the move. He can get from the block to block as a serious climber and is generally contentious on his footwork to bolster his success on positional blocks. His habit of oversetting and opening inside tracks to the pocket is a concern, whether he's at tackle or guard. So let's ask you, do you agree with ESPN that he's not going to make the roster, or do you agree with me that he will? Type Y for yes, in for no. Let us know what you think. Up next, we find Mike Morris at the defensive end position, was picked a couple years ago out of the University of Michigan. And look, the Seahawks are loaded on the defensive line. What was once a position group that was a weakness turned into a strength this offseason. And somebody's going to be the odd man out. It very well could be Mike Morris. I know that he missed most of last year with a shoulder injury, but I like the raw talent that he has here, folks. And we'll explain why here in just a moment, what we're talking about here. Remember, he played under Mike Macdonald at the University of Michigan. And the very first person that Mike Macdonald saw when he walked into the building and took the job was Mike Morris. He was thrilled about the idea of getting to play under Mike Macdonald. And this guy just got after the quarterback. He was very physical, did a good job at Michigan, second-team All-American, first-team All-Big Ten selection, Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year in 2022. He had this to say about Mike Macdonald coming in as the new Seahawks head coach. I was so happy. I know the guy we're going to get, and I know everything that he put into Michigan and everything he put into the defense at Michigan and everything that he's going to put in now. So how about that from Mike Morris there? Last on the list, another rookie that ESPN is projecting will get cut. That is DJ James at the cornerback position. The Seahawks selected him out of Auburn. And similar to what we talked about with Luema, I'm not quite ready to give up on a 6th-round pick. I think that's a little early. I know that he's already on the non-football injury list and all that. That's a bit concerning. But for a guy that you use a 6th-round pick on that was not expected to be available in the 6th round, I think that's a little bit too early to say, yeah, we're just done with him already. Previously with the Auburn Tigers, also played at the University of Oregon, and he stepped up when he made the transition from Oregon to Auburn, playing tougher competition in the SEC. He was the second-team All-SEC selection. And the scouting report on him is pretty impressive as well, as Lance Zierlein had the following to say about him before the draft. James plays with excellent body control and disciplined footwork and is rarely out of position in coverage. He's instinctive with short area twitch and has generated a little less ball production than expected for his traits. Both zone and man coverage comes naturally, but bigger bodies can give him trouble. Below average run support will be targeted by play callers, so that could come into consideration for some teams. James has the athleticism and coverage skills to become a starting nickel within a couple years. So we're just going to walk away from a potential starting nickel just like that, and we're keeping a guy like D. Eskridge around, according to ESPN? Got me a little skeptical, to say the least. Who is a player the Seahawks should cut? We've gone over 5 names that ESPN says are going to be done. What do you guys think? Weigh in the comment section. Let us know. Subscribe now to Seahawks Today for continuing Seahawks coverage that we're bringing you each and every day. throughout the offseason. We're going to cover training camp and more. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV. Subscribe now for free, and we'll see you next time. All right, we got some big super chats to get to.
We do. I wanted to start with this one, then go to the other one.
All right, one at a time, Hal. We'll start with the man himself. Been a while since but I'm still locked in with you guys. Love the weight loss, looking good. Much appreciated. Thanks for noticing, the man himself. Today's wild card. Yes, it is a big game today, Joey. Seahawks, Falcons. We're going to bring that to you coming up in just a bit. I'll say this. Preface this before we get to this Madden Simulator. We're walking into today with an 11-6 record, the number 2 wild card, and we're playing a Falcons team we already beat on the road this year. If this is the situation, if this is what unfolds for Seattle, I'll be thrilled at this point.
I think so too. I think you got to add in, that goes to a 5th-game winning streak.
Yeah.
But also, Atlanta's a team. Yesterday, you were saying how high you were on. So they're going to be a little bit tougher, I think. They got Kirk Cousins. They got a lot of good players on that team. I think we should expect a good game. I
think so too. The man himself, we owe you the old Macdonald song. So the man himself, much appreciated. Glad to have you with us, man. Here we go. Old Macdonald had a farm, C-I-E-I Hawks. And then the godfather of Seahawks Today with a $100 super chat. Bang! John! Everybody spam John in the chat. John coming in hot. Welcome back to Seahawks Today, Jaxon Smith. Great to see you, my brother. Let's go, John. Let's go, John. John says, finally made a live show. Haven't seen the super chat menu, but I'm sure this means Tyler has to drink something. Wake up and smell the football. Training camp is finally here. John, we owe some beer bongs to you. We will pay off accordingly. In fact, I owe you. So, John, you have the choice. I don't know if you're a video game player. I could do either 4 beer bongs, or we could play a couple of games of college football 25 together. I assume you want the beer bongs since you mentioned the drinking. So I'll go ahead and just get started on drinking now. That puts us at $125 in super chats for the day. That means we're just 75 away from the boot now. We are within boot territory, folks. So to John Smith, chat, flood John. I'll chug this first beer bong. I'll knock a couple of these out before we get to our next segment. We're going to do a Q&A mailbag here in just a bit, and then we'll do our Madden Sim coming up later for Seahawks and Falcons wild card game coming up in just a bit. Everybody spam John. Here we go.
Everybody, while Tyler's chugging, while he's taking down that beer bong, we got the mailbag coming up. Use hashtag Seahawks. Get your questions into us. Just like yesterday, you got to use the hashtag.
That's one.
# Seahawks, and then ask your question. Or ask your question and then use hashtag Seahawks. But I can't see it. We can't use it. It doesn't have a chance to get in the show unless you have hashtag Seahawks in it. And we need a lot more questions, so keep them coming.
We need at least 4 more questions. 4 more questions. John, you're going to lead the mailbag with that $100 super chat, my guy. Here's another beer bong for John Smith. Everybody keep spamming John. Get your questions in for the mailbag. Hashtag Seahawks or super chat. To John Smith, the godfather of Seahawks Today.
Everybody spam John. Keep spamming John. My goodness. What a go.
Woo! All right, that's 2. I'm starting to feel it now. Halfway, unless John wants to play me in college football 25, I got 2 more beer bongs. John mentions a good point. He says we're in the boot red zone.
We are. We're in the boot red zone, sponsored by Fanatics.
Yes. 75 away from Das Boot. I with John Smith here, I'm definitely going to be doing a boot today. I can tell you that much. It's going to happen before it's all said and done here. The man himself typing John.
Hey, and if we
Maryland
get to 250, Big Joe will do a boot too.
How about that? There's an offer, folks. I'll do a boot at 200. Big Joey's offering a boot. His first ever boot on Seahawks Today if we get to 250. Is that a deal or what, folks?
We're halfway there.
We're halfway. So 75, I'll do a boot. We get to 100, then Joey's doing a boot. Big Joey, as nicknamed by Phobia earlier in the show today, at a 6'3", weighing in at $170. Pick Joey.
Hey, I'm not 6'3" and 250 though. I couldn't play linebacker.
Can't play linebacker. You play receiver.
I did play receiver.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Oak Ridge.
Did you play football there?
I did play football.
Okay.
Yeah, I went. It was a small private school.
Okay.
I graduated about 78. It's in Arlington.
Did you get any looks?
I did not get any looks.
Okay.
I did not. I wasn't quite fast enough. I had good hands, not quite fast enough.
Seth's got a question. I need 3 more. John, I can't put that in the mailbag unless you use hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat. So if you could just add that, then we'll include that in the mailbag because that's a great question, John. All right, 2 more beer bongs to go. Here we go.
Everybody spam chug in the chat. Everybody spam chug in the chat. Everybody spam chug.
Woo!
1 more left.
1 more.
Hey, this is vacation day, man.
It is. I'm basically on vacation now. I'm leaving for Phoenix tomorrow. It's going to be hot as hell. Might as well just get the vacation started early, right? Start drinking now, enjoy ourselves.
Have you seen the weather? What's the weather going to be like this week?
I have not seen the weather. Let's check the weather before I do this next beer bong.
Here, I got it for you. Ooh, it's 111 right now.
No humidity, though.
Yes, that's true. 111, 113 tomorrow. It does not get below 109 for the time that
I'm seeing the National Weather Service is saying excessive heat.
Yep.
Excessive heat. I'm ready for the heat. I'm already pretty tan, as I just got back from the beach this weekend, too. So, yeah, John says a good point. July in Phoenix, hot as hell.
Amen, John.
Last year when I was there, around the same time, they set temperature records. It was like 120. That was the hottest heat I've ever experienced.
There was a time.
One last beer bong for John Smith.
In DFW, where we set the record for most consecutive days above 100. And I think I was in like middle school.
Oh.
And it was brutal. I think we hit like 35 days or something like that.
The thermostat got to work out.
It was insane. And I was just like, I was in middle school. I was like, I kind of want to just like be outside. And I couldn't because it was so damn hot.
I would imagine that you mentioned you playing football, that 2-a-days in August had to be awful.
Yeah, so what we did was we just did one like 5-hour practice. So we would get there at like 6:30 and then wrap up around like 11:30 just to get it out of the heat. But it was bad.
Golly. There you go. There's my 4 beer bongs.
And Terry Bashir said, less talky, more chugging.
Hey, I took care of it all. I paid off my 4 beer bongs there that John got for quite the deal there. 4 for $25. So the deal stands as we head to our mailbag. I need about 2 more questions. The deal stands. If we get 75 more bucks, I'm doing a boot. If we get 125 more, then Joey is going to do his first ever boot here on Seahawks Today. So if that's not a deal, I don't know what to tell you.
Got another good question from Nathan Seahawks.
Okay, 1 more, and then we can start the mailbag. Up next, Q&A Rumors mailbag, hashtag Seahawks or Super Chat to get on the mailbag portion of the show. There's a burp right there. And then we'll get to our Madden Sim. Seahawks and Falcons. I do not know the outcome. My hope is that this isn't our last Madden Sim because it's win or go home now. Mm-hmm. So if we win, then we'll do another Madden Sim next week for the divisional round. If we lose, we're done with Madden Sims. So stay tuned for that. Up next, mailbag time. I need 1 more question. Blake, John, Terry, Marilyn, give me 1 more. Give me 1 more. And then we'll start this next segment. Give me 1 more mailbag question, and then we'll get to the Madden Sim after that. So, a loaded show today. And the reason why we did a bigger show today was because I got to get more segments for when I'm gone. But you guys are certainly making it worth our while to be here on this Tuesday, giving you an extra show before I head out of town. Who's going to be the one? 1 more. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for much. I just need 1 more question. You get your chance to be on screen.
There we go.
Question. There we go. John Smith. We'll include that. All right, without further ado, mailbag time. We'll go about 8 to 10 minutes here. Then we'll get to our Madden Sim after that. Here we go. Let's get started here on Seahawks Today. mailbag time here on Seahawks Today. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us as we answer your questions from our live show this week that you guys submitted to us with everything you need to know on Seahawks training camp. We will react to them coming up in just a moment. Before we do, I want to make sure that not only you're subscribed to Seahawks Today, but you have your notifications turned on, that you're part of what we call the Noti Gang here on the channel. Those are the folks that are the first to know when we have new content here on Seahawks Today. Subscribe now, turn on notifications, lock us in. If the Seahawks make a move, you'll be the first to know about it. Subscribe now, you'll be glad you did. John Smith coming in hot on the mailbag with a $100 super chat. Bang! John Smith writes, finally made a live show. Haven't seen the super chat menu, but I am sure this means Tyler has to drink something. That I did, folks. Wake up and smell the football. Training camp is finally here. Thank goodness. The offseason, it's been interesting for the Seattle Seahawks, John. I would say it's been a successful offseason with the hiring of our new head coach, Mike Macdonald, bringing in Byron Murphy. I thought was big. I love the addition of Christian Haynes. You got a new deal for Leonard Williams. Vibes are good. All right? It is, I think, going to be a very fun year for the Seattle Seahawks ahead. And this training camp going to be very pivotal. And I'll say this before we get to our next question, John. I think that we're going to learn a lot the next few weeks. I'm very curious how these guys respond to the first training camp without Pete Carroll in the building. From what we've heard, what we've seen, it is a very different atmosphere with Mike Macdonald leading the charge. It is much less about having a jolly good old time, right? Mike Macdonald is much more down to business than Pete Carroll. And I'm very curious to see how guys reacted over the coming weeks, John. Go Wildcats, how dare you? How dare that be the user that sends in a question here? And I don't have my KU Yeti today. That makes me just want to puke. Anyways, our boss is a K-State grad, and as far as I'm concerned, F him. How much pressure is there on DK Metcalf during training camp with him wanting a new contract? That's an interesting question, and I'm not even going to say those words of what your username is. But I would say the pressure on DK isn't necessarily about training camp when it comes to wanting to get this extension of this new contract. The only thing he really has to do is stay healthy. If he stays healthy, then he's going to be just fine, and he'll get the money that he wants. The Seahawks will pay him. He's a part of their long-term plans. He's the biggest name on this team. He's the face of the franchise. Whether you want to admit it or not, DK's the guy, and I don't think he's going anywhere. Training camp, as long as he stays healthy, that's all DK's got to do as far as this goes. And I don't think that we're actually going to see DK a ton throughout training camp. They know what they're getting. As long as he learns the offense and does what he needs to do, then DK, I think, is going to be around for a very long time. He's going to get paid well. I think he's going to get paid somewhere in the range between $30 and $35 million a year, and the Seahawks are going to like what they see from DK Metcalf. I'm very optimistic. One thing that I think I feel compared, and most people feel the same way about DK, we would like to see his antics come back down a little bit. Would like to see DK mature more. That should come with age. We know he's a fantastic receiver. He just can't keep getting called for these personal fouls and all this silly stuff. If he can kind of put that in check, if you will, then DK's on track to be one of the all-time greats in this franchise. So, no, I don't think there's pressure at all on DK. He's just got to stay healthy, and I don't see any reason why he can't do that. Should the Seahawks extend DK right now? Think about this. If they extend him now, that's going to free up more money for other potential moves for the Seahawks. Is now the right time? Weigh in our pin comment today. Let us know. E for extend, P for pass. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time is the place to go for last-minute tickets for the best seats and the lowest prices guaranteed. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down closer it gets to first pitch. with killer last-minute tickets, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater productions, and more. Here's how it works, folks. You choose the event you'll want to go to. They have the prices listed. From there, you choose your seat. See if you like the seat or not. If you're going to a Mariners game, plenty of good seats to choose from, folks. And then you're checking out with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. But wait, there's more. Save up to 60% off, folks. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CHATSPORTS to get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed. Link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Our boss's burner. Oh, boy. What's Yode's got for us? Do you expect Riq Woolen to bounce back after he struggled last season? I do. I really do. It's no secret that Riq Woolen had a down year in 2023. Specifically, he struggled tackling. He looked like Deion Sanders at times, not for the right reasons when it comes to tackling last year. His interception number went down. He had 6 his rookie year, just 2 last year. His pass breakups went down from 16 to 11. Every statistic except tackles for loss was down from the year previously. But I think Riq Woolen, everything we've heard, he is locked in. That he's got the right mindset, the right attitude heading into this year, that he doesn't want to repeat what he did last year. And here's the reality. This is one of those tough pills to swallow that people don't want to admit when it comes to Riq Woolen. If he continues struggling to tackle, he will get benched. So he knows that he's got a lot to play for this year. So Riq Woolen, I think, is going to step up. He's going to have a bounce-back year. I think he's going to be a Pro Bowl caliber corner once again, and all his statistics are going to go up, and we're not going to worry about this tackling issue. Not to mention he's got better coaching now on the defensive side of the ball. So, yes, I think that Riq Woolen gets back on track in 2024. Will this be another Pro Bowl year for Riq Woolen? What do you guys think? I think so. I think he can do it. Weigh in. Let us know. Y for yes, in for no, if Riq Woolen will be a Pro Bowler this year. Seth writes in, would we have to cut someone to bring back Quandre Diggs? I'll be honest, the roster, I believe, is at 90 right now. At the time of this recording, it's either 89 or 90. So in theory, yes. But even with that said, of the money it would take to pay Quandre, even at the vet minimum and all that, you probably would have to move on from a player or two anyway to free up a roster spot. But the idea with bringing Quandre back would be to be a number 3 safety. Jarek Reed is already hurt. We don't know if we can trust Kobe Bryant. Jury's still out in Kayvon Wallace. I think it would make a lot of sense to bring Quandre Diggs back. And say what you will, Quandre Diggs had a down year last year. Everybody knows that. But even with that said, if he comes to Seattle, returns as a number 3 safety, you're not going to ask for him as much as you did in his starting role last year. We know the Seahawks with Mike Macdonald want to play 3 safeties. I'm all in on the idea of bringing Quandre back. To me, it makes a ton of sense. Nathan writes in, how well do you think Byron Murphy will play as a starter? I think Byron Murphy is going to be fantastic. I think that we got to simmer down expectations. I feel like every time I check the comments section, some of y'all are saying, oh, we found the next Aaron Donald or we found the next Chris Jones. If he's Justin Madubuike, I'll be thrilled. All right? So with that said, this rookie year, Defensive Player of the Year is hard to win as a defensive lineman. I think if he can have a year similar to what Jalen Carter did last year, I would be more than thrilled. I'd be happy with that if that's the case. But Byron Murphy, I think, is going to be great from the beginning. Last question, John Smith. What the hell are we going to do at inside linebacker? That's the million-dollar question, John Smith. Man, you hope Dodson and Baker can get healthy soon. Not great. They're beginning training camp on the PUP list. Not ideal there. I think if those guys don't get healthy soon, you got to start weighing the market. Whether it's a Zach Cunningham or you potentially make a trade or wait for somebody to cut a linebacker or something, you can't stay pat with what you got if these guys don't get healthy soon. The hope was that Baker and Dotson will be back for training camp. That does not appear to be the case at this point. So, John, your guess is as good as mine. I think that if those guys don't get healthy soon, they will sign somebody, but we shall see. Subscribe now to Seahawks Today. Turn on notifications. Stay up to date with what's happening with your Seattle Seahawks all offseason long. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV. I'm Tyler Jones. We'll see you next time. All right, up next is our Madden Sim. Seahawks and Falcons. Wild card game coming up next. Let's ask you, should the Seahawks extend DK right now? E for extend, P for pass. What do you guys think? John says extend right now. Blake says extend right now. Joey, I look at this twofold. One, you extend him now, you free up some money, you can potentially bring in another linebacker. But two, the market on receivers is getting so crazy. It's not going to get better.
It's not.
The longer you wait to extend him, the higher the price tag for DK Metcalf's only going to go up.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Being a fan of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones is someone who likes to sit and wait.
Yes.
He likes to sit and wait.
It's bit him in the ass a few times, too.
It's bit him in the ass with Zeke. It bit him in the ass with Dak. And I think if you could extend Metcalf right now, sure, you're going to look and be like, ooh, $32 million? That sounds crazy. But, man, next year, year after that, that's going to look pretty low. I think he'll probably still be in the top 10, but, man, there's going to be some wide receivers requesting a lot more than that. And so I think extend him, especially when he's a proven commodity. We know how good DK Metcalf is. It's not like we're taking a risk there.
Yeah, what do you guys think? E for extend, P for pass. Evan says extend. Crazy Florida guy says extend. Upper Jackson says extend. Mike says extend. Nathan says extend. Big Will says extend. Maryland says extend. Maryland says extend. Everybody's saying extend. We're all on the same page. Take care of this now, and don't hurt yourself later. Super Chat menu. Here's what we're offering. We're just about to get started with our Madden Sim. Hopefully not our last Madden Sim of the season, depending on how things go today. It's win or go home, right? We are $75 away from a boot. We are $125 away from a Big Joey boot, his first on Seahawks Today. But can you guys make it happen? First-time Super Chatters, you get the Seahawks chant. $5 Super Chat, we'll do the old McDonald song. $10 Super Chat, we're taking down some shots. $25 Super Chat, we'll do a beer pong. $50 Super Chat, you get the chance to play me in College Football 25 and see what this is all about. See if you can beat me. Joey, I think you and I need to play College Football 25.
Maybe that needs to be next week's stream.
Maybe. Maybe. I'll give you the Vols.
Okay.
I'll take my Jayhawks.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I did play as Tennessee the other day. Nico could drop some dimes.
He can. I am very excited about him. I think it's embarrassing how much I think about a 20-year-old college student. But I'm really excited to see Nico. I think Jalen Daniels is going to have quite the year. He just needs to stay healthy.
Right. That's the million-dollar question with him. We shall see. But maybe we'll be meeting in the college football playoff.
How sweet would that be?
Man, I think you and I would not be speaking to each other for quite a bit.
I don't think so. The thing about the playoff this year, it's so funny. Obviously, you want the first-round bye, but I would love to watch a home playoff game in Neyland. Like, I think that would be
Can you imagine?
Special. The city would burn down.
And the potential matchups here. Like, I personally think that Oregon is going to win the Big Ten. You could have, think about this, folks. You could have like an Ohio State-Michigan playoff game.
Or Ohio State-Bama.
Right. Texas. I don't think Texas is winning the SEC, but I do think they're in the playoff. They could be hosting a playoff game.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of possibilities out there.
Yeah.
Super Chat menu, $sign next to the chat box. When we drink, we score. We drink, we win. If you want to win this playoff game against the Atlanta Falcons, do your part. Send us a Super Chat, and let's get this fired up. Seahawks, Falcons, wild card matchup from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Let's get this thing going right now. It's playoff time, folks. Your Seattle Seahawks are in the postseason with an 11-6 record and they are taking on the Atlanta Falcons today. A rematch of a terrific overtime game, double overtime game, between these two teams earlier this season where the Seahawks got the best of Atlanta. Can they do it again? They come into the postseason with momentum on a 4-game winning streak. Can they take down the Atlanta Falcons today and advance to the divisional round? It is win or go home. The Seahawks are slight favorites, 1 point to be exact, so basically a pick'em at this point. The over-under set at 43.5 for this matchup between Seattle and Atlanta today. Who do you got? Are you going with the Seahawks or are you going with the Atlanta Falcons? How do you think this game is going to play out? Type C for Seahawks, type ATL for the Atlanta Falcons. Get your predictions in now and let us know in the comments section below. My key to the game today is going to be slowing down Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson, I think, is going to be the best player on the football field for the Atlanta Falcons. He's effective both as a running back, also as a receiver as well. The Seahawks have to do whatever they can to slow down Bijan Robinson, take him away. If they could do so, they'll be in good shape to win this one today. Folks, we need your help. If you want the Seahawks to beat the Atlanta Falcons today, like the video. Don't jinx it. I need at a minimum 500 likes to do your part to get a Seahawks victory. If we get 500 likes, that guarantees a win. So don't jinx it. Make sure, do your part, like today's video for a Seahawks win. All right, so entering today's game, let's take a look at the NFC playoffs, how things stack up for Seattle and everybody else in the NFC for today's game. The Eagles are the number 1 seed. They have a first-round bye at 14-3. Meanwhile, the Niners will face the Lions. Falcons, Seahawks, you're about to see in just a moment. Packers taking on the Cowboys. So the Seahawks, with a win today, will likely see the San Francisco 49ers or the Philadelphia Eagles next week, depending on how things shake out. And if they are to win this game today, then we'll do another Madden Sim and see how far this goes. Predict the score. Who wins? And what's the final going to be? You going with the Seahawks or are you going with the Falcons? Let us know in the chat. Seahawks won the first time around. Can they go 2 straight against Atlanta? Take this win streak to the divisional round, win 5 in a row. Get your predictions in now and let us know. Let's head out to Atlanta now. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the site for this playoff matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. Tyler Jones here with you. Happy to have you with us. Joined by Joey Peterson, who's been given the nickname by Phobia and the rest of the 12s is Big Joey. Joey, playoff football, win or go home, doesn't get any better than this.
It doesn't. And I think coming off a 5-game win streak, playing a team that you've already beaten in their own house before, I think Seattle has every reason to be the most confident team in that stadium tonight.
I think so too. And this is going to be a rocking atmosphere. Been a while since the Falcons have hosted a playoff game. You've already beaten these guys before, and I know it was a close game when these two teams faced, going to double overtime at all, but I think that's got to give you a little bit of extra confidence, a little extra mojo, knowing that you've won in a crucial, tough circumstance before.
100%. You've been there before. You've done this before. And obviously, both teams have a lot of pressure, but Atlanta's saying, okay, we can't let them do that to us again. We're playing a little bit more free than they are. When was the last time Atlanta hosted a playoff game? Was it
the NFC Championship they lost to the Niners?
I think so.
That's been a while.
It has been a very long time.
So, and that was before Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That was in the Georgia Dome, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So, first ever home playoff game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the Falcons. Falcons wearing black, the Seahawks in white. The Falcons will get the football first. The fans are ready. The players are ready. We hope you are too as we're underway from Atlanta. And the Falcons are going to bring this one out from the 2-yard line. Good coverage by the Seahawks as the Falcons take it to the 23. And we'll see Kirk Cousins and the Falcons offense for the first time today as we'll have a 1st and 10 coming up for the Atlanta Falcons offense. Joey, I think it's going to be critical. If you can get a 3-and-out to begin this game, set the tone early, they'll go a long ways.
Yeah, I think so too. It's what we haven't been able to do the past couple games, right? We've seen teams drive right down the field and score on us. Obviously, we've been able to come back and win, but how nice would it be to not get in that hole first?
All right, 1st and 10 for Atlanta. Empty set. Ball to 23. Cousins steps back. Pass, that's complete, and there's a first down, just what we worried about, as a 14-yard gain is complete on the opening play from scrimmage for the Atlanta Falcons offense. Left him wide open there.
That's not what you want to see out of that first play. Let's see how they respond. I just don't want Kirk Cousins getting hot.
Yeah, I'm worried about that. Cousins has struggled in the playoffs over the years, though. Pass complete. 3-yard gain. Back-to-back completions for Cousins to open up this one. We'll have 2nd and 7 coming up with just over 5 remaining here in the first quarter. Falcons with the ball at the 39-yard line. Empty set for Atlanta. Cousins steps back, finds a man open, complete. And that's a first down, and the Falcons are across midfield. And right now they're doing whatever they want in the passing game. Rondell Moore with the catch. Riq Woolen on the tackle.
Yeah, this would be Kirk Cousins' first playoff win since 2020. He has a 1-4 record. That's the guy you got to need capitalize.
John's asking, was that Carroll? Yes, it is. We've updated the rosters, and we have the updated playbooks, but we can't change out the coaches in Madden 24. Handoff, and that is going to be about a 2-yard gain. Bijan Robinson that time on the carry. Ball at the 34-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down with just over 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. That's about the first good play we've seen from the Seahawks defense.
Yeah, it is, and we'll see if we can compound on that, right? What we were kind of struggling with yesterday was getting off the field, so let's see if we can get to 3rd.
Cousins pass complete. And Dodson is hurt. That is not good. An injury timeout for Seattle as Terrell Dodson gets banged up on the opening drive after the big catch from Kyle Pitts for a 22-yard gain, and Devon Witherspoon with the tackle. We were just talking earlier about how short-handed this team is at linebacker. You can't afford to lose Dodson.
Not in a playoff game either. Man, it's just but we've seen this before. That's the thing. I don't want anybody to discourage. We saw this yesterday.
It's early.
We saw us the day before.
1st and 10 for Atlanta inside the Fanatics red zone. Go to chatsports.com/Murphy to get a Byron Murphy jersey.
Bijan slow to get up.
Yeah. No gain that time. Good job by the Seahawks run defense. 2nd and 10 coming up, ball at the 11.
Run defense looks superb so far.
Yeah. Pass defense just can't do anything right. 2nd and 10, ball at the 11. One running back in the backfield. Cousins steps back, got all day, going to the end zone, caught, touchdown Falcons. Atlanta strikes first. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown score. And Atlanta on their opening drive marches down the field, makes it easy with their passing game. Type F Atlanta. F Atlanta. That is not what the doctor ordered for the opening drive from the Seahawks defense. I should say Falcons.
Thank you.
Extra point attempt, up and good. 7 plays, 77 yards in 2 minutes and 40 seconds for the Atlanta Falcons offense. Spam F Atlanta. I want to see as many F Atlantas over the next minute. Joey's going to shout them all out. Get it in the chat right now.
Jay-Z Viz, I see you. Nathan Seahawks 25. Blake Stratton's typing FATL. Seahawks Today by Chat Sports is spamming FATL. You know, that's a pretty good channel. You should probably subscribe to them. Blake Stratton, he is spamming FATL. Come on, guys. I need it. I need some more FATLs. I need you guys to be mad about this. We're down 7-0. This is the playoffs.
It's playoff football, baby. Here's the kickoff. Fielded at the 2. Esker's going to bring it out. Good return. Past the 35. down to the 36-yard line. A good opening kickoff by D. Eskridge, and the Seahawks will start with good field position as we'll see the offense on the field for the first time today.
JZ Vids, our record is 11-6.
Yes.
Yes.
Atlanta 12-5 in this one. First and 10, ball at the 36. 3:12 remaining here in the first quarter. First and 10 for the Seahawks. Single back formation. Geno going to hand it off to Kenneth Walker, and he gets about 6 yards down to the 42-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4.
You seen the game in Mercedes-Benz?
I have not. Have you?
I've not either. I would love to.
You were telling me your wife, she's from Atlanta. You've made a lot of trips down there.
She is from Atlanta. I've spent a lot of time in Atlanta. I've been to a Hawks game. Never been to a Falcons or a Braves game.
Smith pass. Incomplete. 3rd and 4. Third down on offense means like the video. Like the video, convert on 3rd down. I've been to Atlanta many times.
We got married in Atlanta.
You did?
Yes, we did.
Okay. I'll say this. I like the city of Atlanta. I hate the traffic.
It's brutal. I can't stand it. I like the city's great.
Walker, pass, complete. First down, Seahawks. Type those ones. Type those ones.
Yeah, the city's great, but man, that traffic just gets brutal. I mean, it is actually insane. It blows my mind every single time.
It's wild how the DFW metro is smaller than Atlanta, but the traffic is so much worse.
It is, yes, it is so much worse.
Geno steps back, pass. That's complete. Another first down. Keep typing one. Keep typing one.
Like, if I lived where I live here and we lived in Atlanta, if I lived 8.5 miles outside the office, it would take me 45 minutes every day to get to work.
John Smith says, I live there. Great city for young people, but yes, traffic is especially terrible. Blake typing one. Arsenal Apex. Maryland, Nathan, Blake, Arsenal Apex. 1st and 10. I formation for Seattle. Ball at 37. Play action. Geno steps back, pass. That is complete. 5-yard gain. And now we're starting to see the Seahawks offense with a little momentum.
It's, I mean, the same thing that's happened every single game so far. This is just kind of, maybe we need to give them a touchdown every first drive of the game. Arsenal Apex says he feels a JSN touchdown coming.
We shall see. 2nd and 5. Quick pass, screen. And JSN gets about 2 yards that time. It'll be 3rd and 3. Ball at the 30 after a 3-yard reception. Like the video, convert on 3rd down. Like the video.
I wish there was more missed tackles.
Yeah.
In Madden Sims.
Very different compared to college football 25.
It's so fair.
Geno, quick pass, batted away, incomplete. And this will likely bring on the field goal unit for the Seahawks. I know it's not ideal. You wanted to tie this game up, but to at least get points is a big positive here.
It is, and in Myers I trust. They're kicking in a dome. I think he's going to nail this, but yeah, you want points. You wanted a touchdown.
Field goal up and good.
There we go. You want a touchdown, but you'll take 3. And he did.
Spam field goal. Spam field goal. The Seahawks on the board. 7-3 our score. As both teams score on the opening drive. Spam field goal. I'll shout out everybody that spams field goal in the chat. Phobia typing field goal. 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Blake typing field goal. Arsenal Apex typing field goal. Blake. So here's the kickoff. Sends it to the end zone for a touchback. Now, I'm of the belief, Joey, you don't win playoff games with field goals. You win with touchdowns. If it were me, if I had the controller, I'm going for it on 4th and 3.
You are there?
I would have. If I have the controller.
Yeah, I think I would too. I think I might have done a different play call on 4th down. I definitely would have held the ball a little longer than Geno did.
On third down, you mean?
Yeah, on third down. It seemed like he got a little trigger happy there.
All right, 1st and 10 for Atlanta, ball to 25. 47 seconds to go in the first. Cousins steps back, pass, complete. And that's going to be an 8-yard pickup down to the 33-yard line. Kyle Pitts with his third catch of the day for 41 yards. A reminder, we're at 125 in Super Chats right now. If we get 75 more, I'm doing a boot. If we get 125 more, Joey's doing a boot here today. Bijan Robinson on the carry. He's got the first down. 3 carries for 5 yards for Bijan today. So far, the Seahawks run defense holding their own here in the first quarter. 1st and 10, ball to 36.
They're stopping that. They're stopping Bijan this first quarter.
Yeah, they've slowed him down. Last play before the end of the first. Cousins steps up in the pocket, pass, complete to Bijan. And that's going to be a 5-yard pickup, and that will do it for quarter number 1. Seahawks trail 7-3. Atlanta with the football, and they are driving. We'll get back to the action coming up in just a moment. Before we do, Byron Murphy jersey's on sale now. Get yours today, chatsports.com/Murphy. He'll wear the number 91. Got the home jersey, got the road jersey, got the throwback alternate for you. Free shipping available. Chatsports.com/Murphy. Link is in the comments and description of today's video. Back to the action we go. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Ball to 41, or 2nd and 5, rather. Cousins pass, complete. And the Falcons are across midfield. Down to the 48-yard line. The Seahawks have had no answer for the Falcons' passing attack.
I mean, it's kind of been an embarrassing look, right? I think it starts with the pass rush for me. I don't think this is all in the secondary. I think we got to start pressuring Kirk a little bit more.
Got to get after him. First and 10. Cousins rolls to his right, pass. That's complete. Good job there. That's what we're looking for. Jerome Baker with a 2-yard loss.
We just need any defensive momentum we can get.
I think we need to spam S in the chat right now.
I agree.
Spam S. I want to see as many S's as we can over this next minute. Joey's going to shout out all the S's. 2nd and 12. Ball to 49. Under 5 to go in the quarter. Bijan on the carry. Makes one man miss. Still going. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Falcons. And Atlanta jumps out to a 2-possession lead here in the second quarter. Not what we were hoping for. Joey, a lot of S's in the chat, though.
A lot of S's. Blake, I'm seeing you. Nathan, I'm seeing you. Santa Fe, I see you. Arsenal Apex, Blake Stratton, Arsenal Apex, Nathan Seahawk, Blake Stratton, Nathan Seahawk, Arsenal Apex, Santa Fe 397, Nathan Seahawk, Santa Fe 397, Santa Fe 397, Seahawks 25, Seahawks 25. Now I need some FATLs.
Get the FATLs in there. We're down 14-3 right now, folks. 4:47 to go in the second. We got to get some points. We badly need to score in this drive. Here's what I'm going to offer, folks. For every $5 super chat that comes in on this drive, I'm taking a shot. We're going to the Patron zone. When we drink, we score. We drink, we win. We badly need a response right now. We cannot let this game get away from us, folks. This is playoff football. It's win or go home. How bad do we want it, folks? Every $5 super chat, we're going to take a shot this drive. Out of the end zone, touchback. Seahawks will start at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, 4:47 to go here in quarter number 2.
And I'll add myself to that as well.
Joey,
every $5.
Every $5. Me and Joey are taking shots for this drive, and this drive only. Who's going to be the one? Who wants to win? Who gets this party started? $sign next to the chat box if you want to contribute. 1st and 10, ball to 25. Geno under center, going to hand it off to Kenneth Walker. Finds a lane open. He's got a first down and more. Makes one man miss. Type those ones. Type those ones.
Hey, also, Type those K9s. Type those
K9.
K9s.
Spam 1. Spam K9. Good play there from the Seahawks running back. It'll be a fresh set of downs at the 36. Walker with a 3-yard run. John's buying shots. 4 shots, baby. Phobia's buying shots. All right, that's 5 for each of us, Joey.
There we go.
You want to just take a big swig after me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do a swig worth of 5 shots after this play. 2nd and 7. Walker with another run. Keep typing 1. Keep typing 1. This is for John and Phobia. I'm taking 5 shots worth. Let's go.
Wow.
Pass. Complete. 5-yard pickup. All right, Joey, take a big swig.
See if I can do it.
About 5 shots worth for Joey there. Oh.
Okay, I need to get more prepared.
Okay. Oh. He's coughing after that, folks.
Oh.
Can Joey handle liquor? That remains to be seen. First down, DK. Type those 1s. We're at 150 now. 50 away from a boot. 100 away from a Joey boot. 1st and 10 for Seattle. Ball at the 35. It's working, folks. Every $5 Super Chat, we're taking shots. Geno, pass. Complete to JSN. 7-yard pickup. JSN with a good start today. 3 catches for 15 yards. 2nd and 3. Seahawks trying to make this a 1-score game. Geno under center. Play action. Geno pass. Complete. First down. Down to the 25. Kenneth Walker with a big gain, and the Seahawks keep the chains moving. Type those 1s. 2-minute warning. Byron Murphy jerseys on sale now. Chatsports.com/Murphy. Link is in the comments and description of today's video. Get yours today. Ball to 25. 1st and 10. Geno pass. Complete to Tyler Lockett. 4-yard gain. We're getting a touchdown this drive.
I think so, too. We're looking really, really good. It's about time. We need to pick it up.
We need it. And you guys made it happen with the drinks. We're not letting up, though. $5 shots we're taking for the rest of this drive. Geno pass.
Oh.
Incomplete. Bit too high that time.
I mean, if we're going to win this game, Geno's got to be on. I'm sorry.
You can't miss wide open receivers.
You can't. It's the playoffs. Hey, Arsenal Apex picked the over for JSN 1 touchdown.
Okay. Here we go. 3rd and 6. Like the video. Convert on 3rd down. Geno pass. Almost intercepted. And that's going to bring up 4th and 6 in the field goal unit. I'll say this, though. I hate that we're having to settle for 3. But at the very least, though, we're going back to 1-score game.
Exactly. It's a 1-score game. It's a 1-touchdown game. That's all you need.
Field goal up and good. Spam field goal. Spam field goal. 1-score game. Now you got to get a stop.
Yeah.
Now you got to get a stop, folks. We cannot go to halftime down 2 scores.
John Smith makes a good point. This does not look like a grub offense, though.
All right. John with another 10. Says, how about 2 more shots? John, I'll take my 2 after this. Here's the kickoff. Out of the end zone for a touchback. For John Smith. Oh. I'm feeling that. Joey's got 2 as well.
Good Lord Almighty. Yeah, let me throw up the super chat real quick.
Yeah. For John Smith. 2 shots for Joey here to cap off the drive. It worked, folks. We said we drink, we score, we drink, and win. There's Joey. Pass complete, first down.
A little easier.
Okay. We might have to get more liquor here soon, folks. That can be done. We're 40 away from a boot. 90 away from a Joey boot. Nathan says a couple more. You know what? It's after the buzzer, but I'll still count it. I'll do it after this play. 1st and 10. 1 minute remaining in the half. Cousins going deep. Finds a man open. Complete. First down, Falcons down to the 37. There's Kyle Pitts again. Can we have him on our team? Can we trade for Kyle Pitts, please?
Hey, we did a video on that.
We did. We did a couple of videos on that. Cheers. Let's bring in Kyle Pitts.
The heart's burning.
Heartburn. There you go, Joey.
Good Lord. Oh, man, I need to drink some water real quick.
Yeah, drink some water. Pass complete. Oh, no. This isn't looking good. We got to have a turnover or something.
Ugh.
At least I'm already in vacation mode, folks.
Ugh.
I think we're going to need more liquor at halftime.
You ever just get the chills from it? Good Lord.
Phobia says, Joey, is it like your 9th time ever drinking liquor?
No, he said, Joey's like your 9th grade self trying liquor
Oh,
for the first
okay.
time.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not a tequila guy.
I got heartburn, folks.
Phobia, I'm more of a whiskey guy.
Me too.
So that's tough for me.
We'll do anything for the 12s. $30 away from Das Boot. 2nd and 10. Cousins steps back. Pass complete. Down to the 5. Timeout Atlanta. And this isn't looking pretty, folks.
It's not.
This is not looking good. We're going to need quite the second half. We're going to need some Roman for some stamina for the second half. Arsenal Apex says, how many fingers you got, Tyler? 1, 2, 3,
Damn it.
4. Touchdown Falcons. Come on. Drake London. Go back to London. John, I do love Buffalo Trace. That is some very good bourbon. Spam FTL. Spam ATL.
John's going to send us some McAllen's 12. We'll take it, John.
John, please. I will love you forever if you send us that. I mean, I will love you forever anyway, but you get the idea. Extra point up and good. I'm still waiting on some wine from John Smith. He's quite the wine enthusiast. He said he's going to send me some wine, too.
Are you a wine guy?
I am a wine guy.
Okay. White or red?
Here is my philosophy on red or white wine. If I'm going to bed, if I'm staying in, it's red wine. If I'm going out and want to have a good time, I'm drinking white wine.
That's a good, I've never heard like that. I like that. John says he needs chat sports address. John, DM Tyler on Instagram or Twitter and he'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Well, 12s, we could have asked for a worse start to this game.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is it can't get worse. And if we've seen anything,
we're down but not out. We've seen this team come back.
If we've seen anything from these past 2 games, we've seen halftime adjustments.
Yes. 15 seconds. Let's see if we can get some points before the half. Down but not out, folks. Playoff football. Last game of the year. Can't hold anything back.
Can't.
Well, hopefully not the last game of the year, but you get the idea. 1st and 10, both 21, 15 seconds to go till half. Walker on the carry. And gets about 6 yards. That'll take us to halftime. All right. Halftime. What do you got, Seattle or Atlanta? So, I'm going to let Joey do a little halftime report. I got a feeling the boots are coming for me and Joey. We're only 30 away from me. We're 80 away from Joey. So here's what I'm going to do. I need to go get more liquor. I need to go get the boots. Joey's going to go over the Super Chat menu. He's going to tell you about Byron Murphy jerseys and all that. And we're going to get the second half coming up in just a bit. While I'm gone, $5 shots. I'll take a shot for every $5 Super Chat that comes in during halftime. Joey with a halftime report. Big Joey, ladies and gentlemen.
12s, how we doing? Remind me, what am I talking about again?
Super Chat menu, Byron Murphy.
Oh, let's go over the Super Chat menu. Let's go over this Byron Murphy jersey. Hey, let's start with the Super Chat menu. We're getting close, guys. We're getting real close.
Super Chat while I'm gone. I'm taking a shot.
We're getting so close that Tyler's going to get the boots ready right now. And so let's go over the Super Chat menu real quick, and then we'll get on with this game, and hopefully me and Tyler can take some boots. So here's our Super Chat menu. First time Super Chatter. You'll get the Seahawks chance. $5, the old Macdonald song. For right now, we're doing $5 shots. $10 up there, $5 shots. $25 beer bong. We did 4 beer bongs for John Smith over there, who says, I do 1 glass of red before going to sleep, but I have had to cut back. I feel you. $50, you'll get to play Tyler in CFB 25. Also, let us know if you want me and Tyler to play each other in College Football 25 for our next live stream. But that's not the only thing we got going on, because today's episode is sponsored by our friends at Fanatics. You see our Byron Murphy jerseys right there. Trade that 9 out for the 1. They got the home jersey. They got the away jersey. They got the whites. They got the blues. They got the alternates, the throwbacks, which I think are the coolest uniforms in football. You can get Byron Murphy jerseys on sale now at Fanatics. Use chatsports.com/Murphy to get your jersey today. Let's go back to that Super Chat menu, everybody. How's everybody feeling after that first half? Let me know how you're feeling. Nathan Seahawks says Big Joe. Arsenal Apex says let's go Big J and Big Joey. Hell yeah, John says Arsenal Apex. Gotta go cook my Instant Pot dinner. We better be scooting and booting when I get back. John, what you eating? What you making, John? I had I had some sausage last night. Could Sam Howell be number 1 to be? Like number 1 quarterback, Blake? I don't think so. I think Geno's got that pretty locked down. I wouldn't be surprised if Geno struggled a lot this season if you saw Sam Howell. But I think Geno's got that number 1 spot locked down. Phobia says the throwback uniforms are the best. I agree. I think they might be the coolest uniform in the NFL. Not just throwback uniform. The Buccaneers creamsicle uniforms are up there, but I think the Seahawks throwback jerseys are pretty dang sweet. Nathan Seahawk 25 agrees with me. Everybody, let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what you think. If we were spotted, what? Well, let's go back to that original line, right? Let's look at this matchup. Going into this game, here's the over/under, right? It's 43.5. That's looking like it might hit Seattle -1. How many of you guys were taking Seattle -1 to start this game? I think I would have. I don't know how I'm looking right now. So everybody, just let me know how you guys are feeling. Tyler's back with our boots, everybody. Our precautionary boots, everybody, because we are very close from drinking these bad boys on Seahawks Live. We're getting a lot of love for the throwback jerseys, Tyler. Would love to hear your thoughts on them when you get back on screen. I said I think they might be the coolest uniform, not just throwback uniforms or not just uniforms that the Seahawks have, but I think they're the coolest ones in football.
Oh, I love the throwback uniforms. I wish they would wear them full time. I wish they would. But unfortunately, they do not. But yes, I would like to see the logo updated to the current logo with the throwback colors.
Okay.
And then the throwback uniforms full time. That would be my hope.
I think so too. I think like with the Seahawks and also with the Buccaneers, it's like their throwbacks are so classic and so cool. Why have them be throwbacks? Why not just wear them full time?
Yeah, I actually hate the creamsicle buck jerseys.
You don't like the creamsicles?
I think they look ugly as hell.
Oh, I think they're sweet.
That might be a hot take, but yes.
Hey, chat, what do you guys think? Do you guys like the Buccaneers throwback uniforms? Let us know in the chat.
All right, let's get the second half now, shall we? $30 away from a Jones boot, and we're $80 away from a Joey boot. Here's the boot in all its glory. We're ready for you.
I'm just going to sip on this real quick. I'm pretty thirsty.
We just need you guys to make it happen.
Miller?
Yes, Miller.
Hell yeah.
So here we go. Seahawks are about to get the football down 21-6. You got to get an opening drive touchdown right now.
You do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Right? You cut it back down to under a touchdown from being in the lead if you score. And I mean, that's the only way you want to come out of the second half. Let's see if these adjustments are going to pay dividends.
Going to bring it out. Okay, I don't like that. What are we doing? Take the knee. That was 5 yards deep in the end zone. Let's run the football more with Kenneth Walker. He's got 5 carries for 40 yards in this first half. Let's see what they got in store for quarter number 2.
Hey, Nathan Seahawk agrees with you that the Seahawks jerseys, that the Bucs jerseys suck.
All right. So 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. Start of the third quarter. Down 21-6. Down but not out. Ball to 19-yard line. 4 wide. Geno steps back. Rolls to his right, pass. And it's caught. 4-yard pickup there.
I don't know if I love that throw, rolling to the right and not even really looking where you're throwing, but hey, can't complain.
So it will be 2nd and 6 now. Ball to 24-yard line. Geno pass, complete. And that is going to be a first down. Type those ones. Type those ones. So we needed that. Get the chains moving. Ball to 33. 5:15 to go in the third. Geno, screen pass to Walker. Makes one man miss. And that's going to be a 7-yard pickup. Good play there. Good move by Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that's the thing. We got to start getting these yards after the catch, right? If we're going to go short stuff, you got to get yards after the catch.
No doubt about it. Under 5 remaining in the third. 2nd and 3. Ball to 41. Smith steps back. Under pressure. Rolls to his right. Pass. Incomplete. Throws it out of bounds. Smart play there. Under heavy pressure. Nobody was open. So that'll bring up 3rd and 3. Like the video. Convert on 3rd down. Come on. Come on, offense. Biggest play of the game right here. Pistol formation. Handoff to Walker. He's got a first down and more. Past the 50. Down to the 40-yard line. Type those ones. Type those ones.
Man, I feel like any explosive play that we've gotten this game is from Kenneth Walker.
Well, it's been the passing game, the running game. K9's been on it today.
And because of that, spam K9 real quick.
Spam K9. Spam K9. Pistol formation. Walker with the run. He's got another first down. They cannot stop him today. 7 carries for 72 yards. Keep spamming K9. Keep spamming K9. Walk the dog. We'll shout out everybody that spams K9. Blake, crazy Florida guy. Nathan, play action. Geno on the run. Pass to the end zone.
Oh.
Incomplete pass intended for Tyler Lockett. Almost intercepted. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball to 27-yard line.
I see you, Blake. I see you, crazy Florida guy. Keep spamming K9.
Come on. Geno, pass. Complete, finds a man open. Noah Fant, close to the goal line. First and goal, down to the one. Type those ones. Type those ones.
You see, and I don't want to make this a Kenneth Walker show, but did you see that block that he picked up?
Oh, it was incredible. Protection? Now run it with K9. Get in the end zone. Let's make this a one-possession game. 27-yard completion to Noah Fant, his first of the day. First and goal, I formation at the one. Handoff to Walker. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. For the first time today, the Seahawks are in the end zone, and they're right back in it. Spam TD. Spam TD. Show us those TDs. Let's go. Let's go. A grown man drive from the Seahawks offense, and they're right back in it here in the third quarter. Extra point attempt from Jason Myers. It is up, and it is good. That was phenomenal.
That was. A little power outage. Atlanta's used to those.
Oh, yeah. Tex type in TD. Is that Big Tex? Blake, Kyle, Nathan, Blake, Nathan, spam TD. Spam TD.
Oh, wow. That's a big reliever right there. Way to come out of halftime like that.
That makes you feel a lot better.
I mean, we got to just keep riding Kenneth. Obviously, I don't think Geno has his stuff today.
No. But the ground game's working. Keep running the football. Now you got to get a stop. You've had no answer for this Falcons offense today. You need a 3-and-out right now.
You need a 3-and-out right now, and if not a 3-and-out, don't let them get any points, right? They can drain some clock, but as long as you get the ball back with this same score, I think you're good.
Spam S for stop. Spam S for stop. Need to stop right now. Need to stop right now. First and 10. Ball at the 26-yard line. 2:48 to go in the third. Cousins. Screen pass. Complete. Makes one man miss, and that's a 3-yard pickup. Second and 7. Jerome Baker with the tackle.
Man, you take away his one touchdown run, he's averaging like 1.5 yards per carry.
Yeah. Seahawks run defenses look really good today. They just can't get to Cousins and have struggled in pass coverage. Single back formation. 2:15 to go in the third. Cousins, pass, finds a man open, complete. He stopped short. Third down. 3rd and 1. Type those threes. Type those threes. Seahawks looking to get a stop right now. Playoff football. It's win or go home. Seahawks down by 1 score. Try to keep their playoff hopes alive. Screen pass to Bijan. Complete. First down. And the Falcons keep the chains moving down to the 38-yard line. First and 10. Riq Woolen with the tackle. Long and Daisy says, I've been watching your videos for about a month now. Thank you so much for the videos you make. Hey, our pleasure. We're glad to do it. Play action. Cousins, pass. That is complete. And that's a first down. Atlanta across midfield. It's not looking good.
No, it's you want to get that third down stop right
Come
there.
on. We need something. We need pressure right now. Get some pressure.
Just a little bit. He's Kirk Cousins. He just tore his ACL.
Achilles.
That's right.
Bijan Robinson on the carry. Down to the 33. First and 10. And the Falcons are now in field goal range. Rayshawn Jenkins with the tackle. Uh-oh. 30 seconds to go in the third. We need to stop. We need a turnover. Something! Shotgun formation. Cousins pass. Incomplete. Rayshawn was there. That could have been picked.
He was. And you saw we rushed 5 there, right? You get a little bit of pressure on Kirk. He's going to start making mistakes.
Come on. Let's get some pressure. Let's knock him out of field goal range. Come on, defense. Cousins, toss play to Robinson, wide open lane.
Good tackle there, though.
And that's going to be third down coming up, 3rd and 2, and the final play of the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth. Seattle down 21-13. Playoff football here from Atlanta. Win or go home in the divisional round.
102 passing yards in 3 quarters.
All right, folks, we need all the help we can get. Every $5 super chat the rest of the game, we're taking shots. When we drink, we score. We drink, we win. Bijan with the carry. Makes one man miss. Down to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for Atlanta. How bad do you want it, folks? Who wants to win this one? $sign next to the chat box. We drink, we score. We drink, we win. 30 away from a boot. Let's do our part. 1st and goal for Atlanta. Cousins steps back. Pass incomplete. 2nd and goal.
This is huge.
Spam S for stop. Spam S. Empty set. I feel a turnover coming.
You think so?
I'm feeling a turnover. Cousins pass complete. Down to the 1-yard line. Come on. Come on, defense. Let's get a turnover right now. 3rd down. Type those threes. Type those threes. 3rd down. Goal line formation. Cousins. Handoff to Bijan. Stop behind the line. Leonard Williams with a big play. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 4.
Huge stop right there.
They got to kick it, I would imagine.
100%.
Let's see. Field goal tip from the 4. Field goal's up, and it's good. So we're down 2 scores, 4th quarter, but we're not out of it.
We're not.
There's still a lot of time, still have all 3 timeouts. Keep the faith. Keep the faith.
Like the video. If you want us to win, like the video.
Like the video. Keep the faith. This is playoff football, folks. We need all hands on deck. Every $5 super chat, we're taking a shot. When we drink, we score. We drink, we win. Let's finish the job, folks. We need a quick score right now. Eskridge on the kick return. Not great. Brings it out to the 21. The run game's been so good today, but you can't run it now.
You can't. And that's, we need Geno to be the Geno of last game. He was absolutely unreal against the Bears and against the Rams. We need that Geno right now if we have any chance of winning this game.
All right. 1st and 10. Geno, pass. That's complete. Noah Fant.
What was the most electric game last year in the regular season of actual football?
Oh, the Eagles game, the Monday night win.
There we go.
Drew Lock leading that comeback. Oh, yeah. 2nd and 4.
That was what, week 17?
Like week 15. Geno pass, going deep. Almost brought it in. So close.
What's that throw there, though?
That was awful.
He's running backwards.
He's lucky he didn't get intercepted.
He's been lucky he hasn't gotten intercepted like 5 times this game.
3rd and 4. Pistol formation. Geno pass. Finds a man open, complete, 1st down. Type those ones.
Huge 1st down right there.
Badly needed that. Brown with the reception. The Seahawks keep the drive alive. 3:30 to go. They go no huddle. Ball to 35. Geno. Going deep. Caught. Tyler Lockett. Touchdown. Touchdown Seahawks. Seattle's back in it. Tyler Lockett with a huge touchdown score. Spam TD. Spam TD. We got a game. We got a game in Atlanta today. Playoff football, baby. They're going for two. Going for two. Spam TD. Let's convert right now. Geno. Pass. Complete. He got it. We're back. We're back, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Spam TD. Show us those TDs. Blake. Crazy Florida guy. Shelko. Nathan.
Tex.
Phobia. Tex. Blake. Gary. We're back. We're back.
Wow. What a catch.
What a drive. What a play. We're in it to win it. So now you get a stop here.
Yep.
And you got a chance to tie it up or win the game.
Yeah, you got 3 minutes left, too. You don't have to burn all your timeouts.
Beta's in the chat. Gary, Nathan, who died? Blake, Phobia, Tex, Upper Jackson. Kickoff, field it at the 1. And a good kick there, down to the 18.
Uh-oh. I think we got our swagger back.
Sub for dubs. Sub for dubs. You want the Seahawks to win? You're having a hell of a time today. You ain't seen nothing yet. We'll be live for every Seahawks game this season. Sub for dubs. Ball at the 18-yard line. Let's get a 3 and out. Let's get the football back. Let's win this. Spam S for stop. Spam S for stop. 1st and 10. Handoff to Bijan. And a 2-yard gain. We'll take that. We'll take that.
Again, we've been really good against the run.
Let's go. Let's go, folks. Spam S for stop.
I agree, Tex. He wants a Cousins pick right here.
Ball to 20. 2nd and 8. Single back formation. Handoff to Robinson. Makes one-man miss. He's got a 1st down. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Remember, Seattle still has all 3 timeouts. So we're still in it.
We are. We wanted that tackle in the backfield right there, though. Wanted that bad.
Oh, John says boot time. And that's a lot of shots, too. From John Smith. That puts us at 200.
You want to do it after the game?
We'll take care of the boots after the game. I'll do my shots now, though. 1st and 10. Robinson on the carry. 3-yard pickup. Timeout Seattle. That's their first. 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Ooh.
We'll pay off the boot after the game concludes. 2nd and 7 coming up. I owe 6 shots for John Smith. I'll take 2 giant just chugs here. 2nd and 7. Handoff to Bijan. 1st down and more. Down to the 40. 1 timeout left. It's not looking good. For John Smith.
Let's drink the pain away.
Ah! Ah! One more.
Red there.
What?
You're looking a little red there.
Oh, I'm feeling very red. About as red as the Atlanta Falcons. 1st and 10.
Bijan to the left. Great tackle there. 2nd and 7. Minute 48, no timeouts
Oh.
left.
Oh. All right. That's 2 shots. We'll take care of the boot after the game. We're 50 away from a Joey boot. 2nd and 7. Terry loves big TDs. All right. Bonk.
Don't we all?
2nd and 7. Bijan with the carry. And they stop him. Well, we're not completely out yet.
No, we're not.
We get a stop here. Hold them to the field goal. We'll still have some time. Got to get a stop right now. 3rd and 5. Type those threes. Type those threes. Cousins takes the snap, pass, complete. 1st down, and that's all she wrote.
Man.
And the Falcons are going to move on and end the Seahawks season with a 24-21 win in the wild card round, as they'll nail it down, and this will be the last play. Man, what a run it's been. 11 wins this season, a 4-game winning streak heading into today. The offense just got going too late.
Yeah, that's what it is. It got going too late. The defense struggled as well. I mean, it was a tale of two sides in that first half.
Yeah. And you couldn't get after the quarterback.
No, you couldn't get after the quarterback the entire game, not just in the first half.
Final score, Falcons win 24-21. A lot of fun bringing you these Madden Sims this season. I'll say this before we sign off, folks. If you're telling me this Seahawks team, based on these Madden Sims, that they're going to win 11 games and get to the playoffs and have a 4-game winning streak entering the postseason, I'll take that. That would be a huge building block for the future for this Mike Macdonald era in Seattle. Optimism is high. Even after a loss today, I feel great about where this team is headed from here. Sub for dubs. We're going to have a great season here on Seahawks Today. We're going to be bringing you watch parties for every single Seahawks game this season. We will see you then. Subscribe now. Thanks for joining us here on Seahawks Today. All right. So, with that, it's boot time. I got to take down a boot. We're 50 away from a Joey boot. Joey?
I want a boot.
What?
I want a boot.
Joey wants to do a boot. Is somebody going to give Joey the opportunity to do a boot? This would be his first one he's ever done on Seahawks Today, but we need 50 more to do it. You know, my last boot I did was about 18 seconds. What do you guys think? Over or under 18 seconds on today's boot? And I've already been drinking some beer today, folks. What do you guys think? O for over, U for under. Can I get this boot in 18 seconds? What do you guys think? Joey, do you believe? Even after a loss, I feel like drinking my sorrows away right now.
I really do think you'll be able to. And to prove that, we'll do a little timer on this. And
oh, we got a real clock now.
Yeah, we do.
Can you change the wording on that?
Let me look.
Let's see.
Yeah, I can.
Over or under? Type O for over, which would mean more than 18 seconds. U for under, which would be less than 18 seconds. Get your predictions in now.
Is that better?
Yeah. Yes. Count down to sip. Yes. All right. Here we go. I'm going to take off the headset. Joey's going to do the countdown. He's going to do the play-by-play. And we're going to see if I can keep this under 18 seconds.
All right, guys. I need you to spam chug. Tyler needs all you can. I think he can do an 18. Do you guys think he can do an 18? I think the fastest I've done one is like 25, maybe. I'm a lot faster than Sperry. Sperry does it in like 3 minutes.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty bad. Everybody spam chug in the chat. Everybody spam chug in the chat if you think Tyler can
John
get it.
says always go under, especially this new ripped version of Tyler. Okay?
That away, John Smith.
Here we go.
In 3.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Come on. Everybody spam chug. Everybody keep spamming chug. Phobia says Tyler's ripped. Easy under. We're at the halfway point, Tyler. We're at the halfway point. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He did it!
Yeah!
He did it!
With a second to spare. With a second to spare. I did it. I did it.
Wow.
How about that? How about that?
That was electric.
How about that? Photo finish. We did it. We did it. We did it.
Everybody's going nuts. Beta YT saying let's go.
Let's
Bobby
go.
saying let's go. Arsenal Apex saying hell yeah.
Woo! Woo! I'm fired up after that. How could you not be?
I'm fired up. That's just making me want to do a boot even more.
Let's go. All right. Here's the deal, folks. I'm putting a minute on the clock. We get a super chat of any amount. We'll stay live, keep the show going. If we get 50, then Joey is going to do a boot. So it's up to you guys. We can hang out all night. I mean, I got vacation tomorrow, so I got nowhere to be. I'm here. You guys have my full, undivided attention. But we need to see if you guys can make it happen. 1 minute, super chat of any amount. We keep the show going. $50, and Joey's doing a boot. Here's our other options as well. First time super chat, get the Seahawks chant. $5 super chat, do the old Macdonald song. $10 super chat, we're taking shots. $25 super chat, doing a beer pong. $50, you get to play me in college football 25. Countdown begins right now. Whew. And this would be Joey's first ever boot on Seahawks Today, if we can make that happen.
Which is pretty epic. I'm ready for it. You know, I've only done a couple boots.
You just need an opportunity.
I've only been here 2 months, 3 days. I've only done a couple boots in my tenure. Would love to cross Seahawks off of my map of Chat Sports boots.
Beta says he's going to give us both boots first game of the season. He's just got to buy a car first. Take care of your car.
That's fair. Hey, Beta, that is fair, my friend. What kind of car are you looking to get?
Yeah, what kind of car are you buying, Beta? Super chat of any amount. We stay live. $50 and Joey's doing a boot.
We have 15 seconds left.
Clock is winding down.
Let's see if someone can go at the buzzer like Tyler did.
$sign next to the chat box. Can you guys make it happen? We're down to the minute, down to the wire here. And we'll wait a couple seconds after the clock expires just in case, YouTube sometimes takes a minute or whatever it may be. Beta, he's rolling. He's buying a 2023 Kia Forte.
There we go.
My second car was a Kia Forte.
Was it?
My first car was a Ford Expedition. My second was a Kia Forte. And what I drive now is a Chevy Trailblazer.
I just had to get a car in January.
Okay.
My first car that I had from 16 until this last January was a 2004 Toyota Tacoma.
Okay.
I loved it. By the time I got the new car, it had 240,000 miles on it.
Oh! At the buzzer!
Bang!
Jaxon Smith wants to see the Joey boot.
Good thing we waited.
Yeah. That's why you wait, folks. John, you want to play me in college football 25? I don't know if you got a PlayStation. We can make that happen. You want to come on screen? Make it full screen?
Yeah, let's do it.
John says don't sign off, guys. We won't go anywhere for a bit. We will not go anywhere. John said no way Joey is walking out of here without doing a boot. Oh. All right, here comes Joey. His first ever Seahawks Today boot. It's plastic.
It is plastic.
But it is beer.
It is beer. Miller Lite, my favorite too, which is good.
Oh, I love Miller Lite.
I love Miller Lite as well.
I drink enough Miller Lite around here. All right.
John, this is for you.
First ever Joey boot. Spam chug in the chat.
On a Tuesday. I mean, I might as well go on vacation after this.
Yeah, you might as well. You want to come to Phoenix where it's going to be hot as hell?
I might join you in Phoenix.
Yeah, you don't want to go to Phoenix. Spam chug in the chat. Joey doing his first ever boot here on Seahawks Today.
Give me the 5-second countdown. I'll get it going.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And he's chugging. He's chugging. John says better not disappoint. We got some spillage. He's still going. 10 seconds in. Still going. Still going. Come on, Joey. Joey! 14 seconds. Let's go. Let's go. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. For Jaxon Smith. Joey making it happen. 14 seconds. How about that? America. Seattle. Washington. Go Seahawks!
Hey, John, that one's for you, my friend.
Hell yeah! Can I get a hell yeah? How about that? John Smith says, threw it down like a champ. Can I get a hell yeah, chat? Chat, spam hell yeah for Joey. Hell yeah, brother. Let's go. Chat, spam hell yeah for Joey. Get it in the chat right now. Woo! There we go. Beta says hell yeah. Nathan, Arsenal Apex, for America, for the 12s. John saying hell yeah. Beta, Arsenal, Beta. John says, have a great vacation, Tyler. Thank you, John Smith. Back to the Super Chat menu one more time. All right. Alexander just said hell. Where's the yeah, Alexander? I'm going to pop me another nicotine pouch because it's that time of day. Today I got the Zymos, 6 megagrams. Have you gotten on the nicotine pouch craze?
I've not. I have, my dad dipped all grown up, and so I kind of have an aversion to any kind of like dipping nicotine things like that because I saw my dad do it since I was a kid.
Fair enough.
I know that isn't tobacco, but I've swallowed enough dip spit accidentally to get away from that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Beta says you're going on vacation, Tyler. Yes, I'm off to Phoenix tomorrow. That's why we did a live show today and yesterday. Next week we'll return to our regularly scheduled programming, but we had to adjust accordingly since I am off for the rest of this week. Don't worry, though. We're still going to have content on the channel all week long. So even though I will not be here, physically speaking, you will still see me over the next couple days. And even though I am gone, if anything happens, any breaking news of sorts, I am on call where I will still try to bring you content. Me and Smitty are working on this, actually, where one way or another, if something happens while I'm on vacation, you'll see either me or Smitty on the channel sometime this week. So stay tuned for that here on Seahawks Today. We will sign off. We will call it a day. Joey, a lot of fun with you the last few days, my friend.
It's been a blast. Happy to be here. I feel like I'm part of the 12s now.
You're absolutely part of the 12s. Joey's a Cowboy fan, but that's okay. He's still one of us. Big Tex is a Cowboy fan, too. We won't hold it against him. John Smith, much appreciated. Thanks for all you do for supporting this channel, my friend. Thanks to all the 12s out there. A lot of fun this week. I am off to Phoenix. I'll see you back next week for our regularly scheduled programming beginning Wednesday. We'll have our live show. We'll have content, of course, each and every day on the channel, so stay tuned for that. For Joey Peterson, I'm Tyler Jones. Subscribe now to Seahawks Today. We got you covered throughout training camp. We are the place you want to be, your training camp headquarters. Have a great night. So long, everybody. We'll see you next time.